What's going on? It's your dog, Artman the Great, and we're back with another boxing conversation. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody shopping artmanapparel.com. Shout out to the Dodgers, 2025 champions and 2024 champions. You know how we do. But yeah, nigga, let's fucking cook. Let's cook. Had to make sure my Dodgers shit was smooth real quick, but okay. Shout out to everybody in the chat though. I see a lot of people talking about this fight, man. This should have been the main. It should have been the main fight. Brian Norman versus Devin, or should we say, Devin versus Brian Norman. You know what I mean? See, here comes the hate already. I've been talking about down goes Haney. All right, all right. Hey, if you picking Brian Norman, that's on you. That's on you. I just want you to make sure. I want you to make sure to that you go to artmanapparel.com and buy that UD and the new illustration I'm making right there. For sure. But shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Today's been a good Sunday, man. We just been ripping and running the city, you know what I'm saying? Handling business, getting shit ready. It is shipping week. Shout out to everybody who's been shopping artmanapparel.com. It is shipping week. We're shipping all orders. This Wednesday morning, we're shipping all orders from artmanapparel.com. You know, artmanapparel.com, the website, you know, the brand that boxing haters, you know what I'm saying, Artman haters want to fail, but we're never going to stop. We always keep it going on artmanapparel.com. Best boxing merch in the game, artmanapparel.com. So, yeah, let's go. I can't wait, dude. I can't wait. And Senior, he's still on that bullshit. For those who didn't catch the last show, right? I try to get Brian Senior, Be Normal Senior, to come on on the chat or the stream or whatever and chop it up with us and tell us how that weight cut's going. See, a hit dog hollers, man. He didn't like that now one bit. He didn't like me mentioning the weight cut. You know why? Because it's getting harder and harder for the young Norman. You know why? He's been boxing at welterweight since he was 16. Since he was 16. And he's gonna argue, well, he can make 147. Look, let me tell y'all this. It's not about just simply making 147. You know what I'm saying? I can make 147. Shit, it ain't just about making 147. It's about performing at the highest level at 147. You hear me? Are you listening? Y'all listening? He can make 147, but what is he going to look like against an elite champion while stressing his body to make this fucking weight? Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We going crazy, man. Artmanapparel.com, best boxing merch in the game. He said, I can't make 147. I can make 147 still. I'm a big dude, though. I'm about 168 right now, 168 solid. You know what I'm saying? Artmanapparel.com, best boxing merch in the game. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gave shit, J. Paul, what's up? I'm hearing Tank fight ain't coming falling through. So hit my line, Jake Paul. We can make that shit happen. I'll fight you, shit. I'll fight Jake Paul real quick. At whatever weight. Artman versus Jake Paul, 2027, 2026. Let's make that shit happen. Said, are you funny as shit? Nah, real shit. Hey, let me not even get too much on niggas' items because once I start, if I get on that nigga, everybody go be like, all right, man, you tripping, all right, man, you tripping, all right, man. Let me just chill. But nah. Norman, no, he know his time is coming, man. His pops knows time is coming. Niggas know what time it is, man. They already lining shit up for fucking Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney too. Nigga, they already lining this shit up, nigga. Nigga, y'all should already know what time it is, man. Brian Norman, you know, they fed that young nigga to the wolves, dog. They fed him to the wolves. But if he does decent, man, he can bounce back from this, bro. I ain't saying it's over for the dude if he loses this fight. No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that at all. He can do his thing at 154. That's my thing. I think Brian Norman really belongs at 154. Said, yeah, Norman was mad as hell in that ring interview. Nigga had no answers. Talking about some, yeah. So what you think about your experience going 12 rounds? Well, going hard in the gym, going hard in the gym. Smart and Tay Jones mimicking Dev. I got that experience. Nah, he didn't say that, but he said he got his experience with his stamina or whatever, going hard in the gym, which absolutely makes no sense to me because nigga, he should have just went in there and been like, well, I haven't really made it to 12 rounds yet, but I'm gonna knock Devin out, so it don't even matter. Next question. That's how I would have played it. Said Norm, did you see that nigga back against Jin Kasaki? Jin Suzuki? Devo gonna whoop that nigga, man. Bro, Dev gonna whoop that nigga, bro. On some real shit. Like, Dev, he looking like a nigga, or he sounding like a nigga who hit an easy lick. Cause you got niggas saying, oh, this is your hardest fight. This the toughest opponent you ever fought. The whole time, this nigga struggling. He's struggling cutting. He ain't never been 12 rounds. Nigga defense ain't good. Can't keep his head off the line. Footwork trash. But niggas is like, oh nah, he the killer. He the killer that gonna beat you, Dev. All right, man. And everybody wanna know what I'm gonna do when Dev win. Cause they gonna say, oh Dark man, what you gonna do when Dev lose? Nah, he ain't losing this shit. When Dev win this fight, just come back to the channel. I'm gonna be right here, join in hand, and I'm gonna be screaming artmanapparel.com, best boxing merch in the game. Y'all know how that go. Brian Norman, he got I keep on saying 4 rounds, but I'm gonna get a young dude 5. I say he got about 5 rounds, right? He got about 5 rounds to knock Devin Haney out. If he can't knock Devin out, I say around the fourth round. Fourth round, he gonna slow out. Fifth round, completely blown out the water. He gonna cook that nigga. He gonna cook him. He gonna cook that nigga. He go 5-star chef that nigga. The game plan is to drown that dude. I already know it, bro. That's what you do to and that's what you do to young, inexperienced niggas with big all this muscle. They ain't never went at 12 before. That's what you do. You just gotta drown them niggas. I guarantee Dev's gonna jabble, hit it with that straight right. Dev gonna hit it with a couple pull counters. I'm seeing that shit too. He's working on that fucking pull counter, man. That shit's gonna fuck Norman up. He too green. He is too green for this shit. I'm trying to tell you niggas. Y'all keep on thinking that niggas is talking like amateurs, bro. Bro, every time I go at the boxing gym, right? I won't say every time. Well, the last time I went to the boxing gym, right? I went in there. I was really focused on power because I'm trying to let some steam loose. I'm cracking the bag. I'm cracking that motherfucker. And the coach was like, dude, like, I get you trying to take this fucking bag off, but you gotta focus on that speed. That power come with the speed. And as soon as like that shit just clicked in my head, I'm working on shit. I'm faster. I'm putting that shit down, and the power's coming with the speed. I'm trying to tell niggas, there's about to be real fast in this fucking fight, dude. He about to be real fast in this fight, and them punches gonna sting Norman ass. That country nigga ain't gonna know what came to him, bro. He gonna have a good he gonna have a good career, but he ain't leaving with that belt. Y'all hit the like button. Nigga ain't leaving with that belt, man. My dude Obliment, you niggas is hoping for a KO. Y'all hope. bro. Y'all niggas gonna be some sad ass niggas in the 10th round, bro. You say yes? Nah, I never really. I never made. Nah, I'm gonna say nah. I never really made no Shakur shit before and put on my site. Nah, I never. Niggas never requested for real. Said they smoking that power pack. Man, niggas acting like they got this shit sold up. They don't gotta figure it out. I'm telling you. These niggas sounding like Regis these days, bro. These niggas sounding like Regis these days. Said make some Shakur shit when he fight T. Of course. Nah, we ain't smoke. Nigga, what we smoke? We smoking that ATL Shawty pack. We smoking that ATL stalk. Hell yeah. Y'all know what time it is, man. Look, I fuck with my people in Georgia. Shout out to my people in the South. And I know the South got something to say. But South gonna be on hush mode November 22nd because Norman, he ain't leaving with that belt. We smoking that ATL Shawty pack. That beat normal ATL Shawty pack. That shit hit it. Hell yeah. The boys gonna be sad as hell coming back to the States. I mean, senior ain't gonna be sad. I already told y'all about senior. See, senior. This was senior. He putting on that. Look, let me tell y'all right now. Let me tell y'all senior's angle right now. So he putting on this front right where he just like, oh yeah, we gonna do this, we gonna do that, we gonna do that. Nigga, what it is niggas talking about that 3 million niggas about to get. He looking at them 3 million his son is looking at, bro, for this Devin Haney fight. I already told you he got his eye on that box Chevy with the Foggiatos, Magic City, all that. He gonna buy some new trucks, all that. He gonna be tricking. Boy, Breedor Senior, he gonna be a famous trick. All the chicks at Magic City gonna know be Norman Storman. That's old head. That's old head. That's old head. His son used to be a champion. he go spend some of that money he still got. Be normal. Be normal senior. He said, to be honest, that 3 million let you know how confident they are. Probably would got it could ask for 5-7 million. Yeah. Basically that 3 million is paying for his belt. Cause that young boy wasn't ready. He wasn't ready for this fight, man. They're about to cook this little nigga, bro. This nigga can't even rent a car, bro. Ain't this nigga like 22, 21? Say he got that Hulk footwork, stomping, flat-footed that nigga, man. And I ain't trying to shit on the nigga, but let's be real. When you talking about in comparison to the nigga he's fighting, man, we gotta keep it 1,000. We said most. See what you said. Most people trying to fight Devin, price themselves out. Yeah, they do, But nigga, he taking whatever they can give. Do you, bro? And it's just not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny at all. But top rank, some of these niggas fighters, top rank, these niggas is back to working 9 to 5s and shit, bro. I just seen a nigga who fought on top rank talking about they working on Amazon right now. And I swear that shit's not funny. I'm not trying to be funny with that situation. But niggas is working at fucking Amazon when they used to be fighting on top rank. So niggas is taking what they could get. Niggas is taking what they could get, bro. And top rank, like, man, go ahead and fight. Hey, man, we just gonna get our 30% of that 3 million. For sure. We gonna get our 30%. I'm telling you, man, top rank, they would not be Brian Norman would not be fighting Devin Haney if top rank had a fucking label. So and that's the thing here. See, I didn't compliment. I'm not even gonna highlight your comment because I'm not even trying to hate on the nigga. I'm just saying. I'm just talking about the situation that is. I'm just talking about the situation. Got niggas fighting on 2B TVs. Niggas ain't getting no fights. Niggas is working 9 to 5s and shit, and they professional boxers, bro. So this is something that we have to speak on. I'm not even trying to air the nigga out or nothing like that or hate on nobody because I actually want to see him fight Wilder. I actually go to see him fight Wilder. Yeah, right. Ain't nobody trying to air no. It's top rank. Top rank airing niggas out. Niggas pulling up on top rank.
What's
You
up,
doing
what's
good,
up
but
with my
your
nigga
man's
Art?
over here looking crazy. You need to get your man's a job.
They
What's
doing
pop?
bad over there on top right?
They doing bad over there on top rank.
Yikes, yikes. You said the dude he working at Amazon right now?
Working on Amazon, but I swear I'm not saying that to shit on a nigga or nothing like that. I'm just speaking on the situation that is with Top Rank, how they don't have no home.
Yeah, that's
You know what I
crazy in
mean?
itself.
For
That's
real, for
crazy.
real. That's crazy. But Brian Norman got a little 3 million to fight to give up that belt.
Right, it cost him 3 mil, huh?
That's what I said. That belt cost him 3 mil.
Yeah, that was a good little 3 mil he was gonna get. That might be his last payday, man.
Nah, I ain't gonna be his last payday, young nigga. He gonna come up some more after this.
You know what I'm hoping, after this, maybe he'd go to the UK and go bash on them dudes over there. You know what I mean? You hear me, Art?
Oh, what you say?
I said, now I'm on this new mic. I don't know if you can hear me.
No, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah, now I was saying that maybe he gonna go to the UK and go bash on some UK bums, you know what I'm saying, to get his credibility back.
Nah. What he's probably gonna do after this fight, he probably gonna move up to 154 and fight like Hitchens or whatever them. No, not Hitchens, Xander I meant.
Okay. You know what, Art? I was I didn't want to put this out here, you know what I'm saying, or why I keep saying that I got Haney knocking him out in 6 or 7 rounds. But I'm gonna go and elaborate real fast because somebody asked me this on the book earlier.
Yeah,
Is I
speak on it because you was the first nigga said it, but now everybody hype on Greg Hackett saying it. But I'm like, hold on, my nigga Insane said it first.
I'm gonna tell you what people see and what they not saying. So the thing is this, you know how you can he's gonna beat him with a flinch. You know how you flinch at a nigga like a feint, how you do feints? He's gonna bite on the feint and leave himself open because he already, you know what I'm saying, don't have defense. So when you feint at him, he gonna instantly throw a punch thinking you coming in. That's what's gonna leave him open for an uppercut or a left hook, and that's gonna put him down. That's why I got it. That's why I got Haney
I
snapping him in
see,
six or
I
seven.
see, I see Dev work with the fates.
Yeah. That's what you do with a guy like that. He what he try to does is he try to be a twitchy fighter. You know what I'm saying? And he reacts pretty much to everything. And that's gonna be his downfall
He
with
gonna be thinking too hard. Even when he fight niggas like Jake Saki, this nigga was thinking like real hard. Like nigga, just let that shit off.
right, right. And you see he didn't even have defense with Jen Sasaki, but yeah, Haney gonna hit him with them feints, but and he if don't be shocked if he come with a herky jerky style as well. Don't be shocked.
Ooh,
Hey, be a little herky jerky with the feints to make him throw something, leave himself exposed, and boom, down goes Norman.
said Dev gonna be the one getting fainted after that. He feel the power.
This
Nigga,
dude,
ain't gonna be no power after them fucking 12 drug tests.
right? Nah, this dude, like I can already see, like this
Nah,
dude,
I
he
ain't
ain't really.
saying that. I ain't saying he on no drugs, but I'm just saying,
Oh no,
man.
I said it. You ain't got to say it.
That's
Insane
that's
said
gonna
it.
be that's gonna be a nigga excuse. Oh, I was getting tested too many times. The weight cut. Nah, he ain't gonna say the weight cut. He gonna say he was getting tested too many times. Watch.
And dude, right though, Charles is right. In them sparring sessions, his defense was on point. He was lifting up that left and right hand. Like he would throw and lift, back up, throw, lift. But I'm telling you, what's gonna beat this dude is feints. He gonna get fainted, bro, to death, and he gonna be up out of here. I promise you that, Art. I'm telling you, he gonna feint him to death. He gonna set him up all through the fight and catch him slipping, and bang, put him down. I don't see it no other way, bro.
I seen this shit, bro. I seen him do it against niggas who I know is better fighters than Brian Norman. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. And then I really think Dev, honestly, I think after the first couple rounds, I think Dev gonna step to him. I think Dev gonna step to him and
Said
close the
we
distance.
delusional. We delusional. No, nigga, you're delusional for picking a nigga who never went 12 rounds to beat Devin Haney.
Right. That's the bias and the hate. You know what I'm saying? I've been cooking dudes all day, Art. over that. Oh, Ryan Garcia did this to him. Ryan Garcia did that to him. But I'm like, what you failed to mention is Ryan Garcia was on steroids. You know what I'm saying? Did I start uploading when Ryan admitted that he was on steroids? Like, you know what I mean? Uploading everything, they get the backing
So is
down, man.
anything Norman has an advantage? What advantage does Norman have besides power?
He FBA. That's the only advantage. That's the only. But that's equal. That's it. He got
You
that
know, and
spirit in him.
that's what I told people on Twitter. I said the reason why I'm not completely counting Norman out is because he's FBA.
Yeah,
That's it. That's pretty much it.
yeah. He got that fighting spirit in him like the rest of us do. So, I give him that. You know what I'm saying? But then again, we never seen Norman in a hot fire before. We never seen him really in real type of trouble before, where he had to really, where a person was out thinking him and actually made him use his brain. You got low level dudes like Jinsaki making you overthink. What you think Devin gonna do in that ring while he playing chess with you? And like I say, man, just Devin got a higher IQ. It starts outside of the ring first, and I just know with the training and what we see is Devin doing hard sparring and hard training. Just imagine what we don't see. You know what I'm saying? The shit we don't see. We don't see him, running up them mountains, running them laps, running them miles, doing what he does. You know what I'm saying? Working on his strength, working on his condition. I was talking to a dude the other night, you know what I'm saying? He was like, this dude brought in bums to spar. I was like, but wait a minute, those dudes that he brought in are better than Brian Norman, and they hit harder than Brian Norman. The thing was Devin needed to feel that force. You know what I'm saying? He needed to feel something heavy coming at him. You know what I'm saying? It worked like that. And then he was like, oh, well, why Devin so big? I'm like, well, when Devin weight cut and come down to 147, he's going to be faster. That's speed. You know what I'm saying? That's like jogging with a 60-pound weight vest on. When you come up out that weight vest, you're going to be moving pretty fast. I just got Devin just because the high IQ. I don't take nothing from Brian Norman. You know what I mean? I don't take nothing from Norman, but he don't have no good experienced coaches in his corner. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't have like the minds and the IQ in his corner to tell him, hey, when Haney does this, go do this, or when Haney steps left or step back, do this, or when he comes like this, do this.
These niggas said we got Tay Jones in the camp mimicking Devin.
Oh,
That's
I was
all I needed to hear.
Yeah, I got
I
on
ain't
Tay
gonna lie,
Jones for
that shit
that.
make me want to fucking go to my bank and tell my bank, hey, I'm about to authorize a fucking large fucking withdrawal and put some money on this nigga fucking Devin Haney because there's no fucking way this nigga talking about he's mimicking Devin Haney.
Yeah, I jumped under that post earlier when he was like, some dudes was crazy to think Norman wasn't gonna get no big payday. I was like, no, it was crazy to say you was mimicking Devin Haney in the sparring session. No, that was crazy.
That's crazy.
That's insane right there, bro. Because
They also we all we got type shit. I get it though.
when he signed to Brian Norman and them though, when he signed to them, I didn't know he was with the
Right.
team. I didn't know he was with
I thought he
BMF.
was Team Wilder. What happened to
That's what I
that?
thought. That's what I thought. I thought he was Team Wilder. I used to always see him around Deontay and all that. So I'm like, oh, that's Deontay boy. You know what I'm saying? But I
He
guess
used to fuck with Haney too. That shit crazy.
I'm telling man, I don't know what it is, dog. He says mimicking just means doing what Devin does. You can't do what Devin does if you don't know how. Because if you could have mimicked Devin in sparring, you should have mimicked Devin before you got knocked out. If you can mimic Devin,
So it's like so basically, Julius, you saying it's like a Georgia thing. They teaming against Dev.
yeah, that just happened to me when I was cooking on somebody else's channel. Two
So
dudes from
it's
the
what y'all
south was
saying? It's a
against me.
Cali versus Georgia versus no, not Georgia. Cali versus ATL.
Yeah, hey, that's what it looked like, right? It's Cali versus ATL.
Nah, it's all love. I got customers in Georgia. I'm about to ship to Georgia this week, actually. Matter of fact. So shout out to my people in Savannah, Georgia. My people in Augusta. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to the homies in Atlanta and in Columbus, Georgia, and
But
in
but
Mobile.
but always saying is that your man ain't coming back home with that belt. That's all we're saying.
Oh, that's definitely, man. Just I don't know what his mind is like right now, but I know it has to be pressure on the mind. You know what I'm saying? To know that you're going in here with a
It's
skilled
pressure.
boxer.
It's people do try to say it's a lot of pressure on Dev. No, it's not. It's a lot of pressure on Brian Norman because so you got think about it. You just went from fighting niggas You fought a nigga in his home backyard. Niggas didn't even know who the fuck you was, like, bro, for your belt. Nigga, you didn't know who you was, and then you fought in motherfucking small ass casino, and then Japan, like, bro, now you just got all these crazy, just random fans. Oppliment is your fan out of nowhere. You got a nigga named Oppliment LDTV as your fan. And he ain't never tweet about you until this year. Now you can't let these niggas, these new fans down because as soon as you let them down, they gonna shit on you. Oh, you got cooked by Pillow Fist, Devin.
You,
Look
you,
how they
you,
doing Regis.
you know what's crazy? Oculus LD, he be in other chats too. He be over there loving Haney. So I guess he
He's
come.
one of those one that used to be Haney fans turn
Yeah.
Haney
I
haters.
I remember him from Drew Titan show. I remember dude. So yeah, that's
Man,
crazy.
you know what it is? This is what I'm gonna tell you what it is. The Haney, so the people who be Haney fans and then they jump sides, it's because they can't deal with the constant pressure of fans talking bad about Devin and talking about people who support Dev. So they're like, oh man, I can't be associated with that. I want to be associated with, you know, other shit. So they'll side with the Ryan Garcias of the world, the B normals of the world,
Right.
you know.
Right. And they do that. You know what I'm saying? And then he said we fanboys. He's still a fan, not a fanboy
And be
like we
like,
out here.
we fanboys, but I want to see Dev face planted on the floor, knocked out. Like,
Right.
what type you need to seek therapy, nigga.
Oculus LD was just cool. That's what I'm saying. Like he switched up, bro, a couple months
Right.
ago. That's crazy. Now we fanboys, but you was just on other
You know what they
channels
do to
saluting
niggas like
niggas.
you in the hood,
That's
Oppliment? You
kick
flip
him out,
flopper.
boot him in his ass and kick him out.
Right. Can't be out here flip flopping, nigga.
I don't know, man. Art. So
Right.
you got a UD though, Art. You got a
I
unanimous
got a
decision.
UD. I got of course. A lot of people leaning towards knockout now, but I'm not. No, I still got it by UD. You know why? Because I think Dev know like, oh, this nigga, he has that. He's his last resort is throwing some crazy haymaker shit. So let me just touch him up, beat his ass towards the end of the fight, and just let him just chill, get and just take this young nigga belt
Just cruise to a
and tell him
victory.
that you did a good job.
I think the shit that Brian Norman Sr. been talking, I think is kind of like Devin. Remember when Brian says he gonna step over him? You know what I'm saying? He gonna step over that nigga. And I think, you know what I'm saying, maybe Brian Norman think he can do that to Devin Haney. I don't know, but I know
Compliment. Stop it, nigga. Stop. I'm not gonna say I hate because hate's a strong word. I dislike when you niggas do that. Y'all say all types of crazy shit about Dev and be like, oh, I don't hate Dev. I'm just picking against him for this fight. No, nigga, you saying some crazy shit about this nigga, bro. You saying some crazy shit. I want to see him face planted, bro. I
I
can't
mean
wait to see Dev on the canvas knocked out. Like,
who
what?
they was that's
That
wow. They was
you
saying
support that nigga?
that.
You
That's
sure?
crazy. That's crazy. Shout out Stephen X, man. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. You know, but when Devin knocked Brian Norman out, Oculus gonna change his name and gonna be like, man, I told y'all Devin had it in him. I
You see,
told
he
y'all
said,
Devin
yeah,
was him.
he said, obviously I do be blowing Dev. I won't lie. Yeah, exactly, nigga. He said I'll be bro. Y'all can't rage baby, nigga, because I'm trying to tell niggas I be on the timeline fucking lit, bro. Bro, I just be on the timeline lit laughing, and I'm constantly making money off this shit. That's why I love talking about this shit too. Not just the money, not just the money. I love selling art, but it's not just the money. I love the sport of boxing. I make this fight lit. I've been promoting the hell out this fight
Definitely, definitely,
for
definitely,
sure, for
definitely.
sure, for
Man,
sure, for sure.
I just honestly I seen the
But
clip.
hold on, before we go any further though, I just want Compliment to make sure he go to artmanapparel.com after the fight
The
and get
best
the best
merch in the
boxing merch in
game.
the game. You know what I'm saying?
The best in the game,
Get
man.
the best in the game
I, I,
for
I seen
sure.
I seen when y'all had Norman, right? I seen when y'all had Norman up here, man, and Brim was D riding as usual. You know what I'm saying? D riding
You
as
see, I
usual.
call Brim. He a make a wish child. They treated that nigga like a make a wish child. Let him in the camp. Take pictures of Brian Norman shirtless. Now
Right,
he think
right,
he down.
right. Where boxer life. If I bet you, but if I win, you gotta buy $50 worth of merch from Art Man or $60 worth.
Nah. You gotta spend 100. You gotta spend a C
You
note.
gotta bet a C note, my nigga.
Spend a
I
C
bet you
note.
though, with no problem, and we can send the money to Art right now. That's not a problem.
Yeah, I
I will
hold that money
bet you.
for y'all. Send it right here.
So whatever you want to do, let's make it happen.
What y'all
I'll
niggas?
hold the money. Send that shit.
Yeah.
So
Compliment. I know you got it.
Next gen, you be popping it in the chat, bro. Hit the link. It's there, my nigga. Hit the link, bro. You be popping it.
what y'all niggas on? Y'all beef with the chat?
Nah,
Nah.
man.
We ain't. It's never no beef. Niggas beefing with the truth. That's what they beefing with the truth. The truth is, be normal about to get his ass kicked. He
Y'all
sold
on
his
your
belt. He sold his belt for 3 million.
You said my art ain't gonna run from you, homie. Gonna come up here, cause you be coming with that bogus shit anyway. You ain't
And
talking
that's the
about
thing,
nothing.
you know, niggas be clipping my fucking videos. Oh, I got art man. You ain't get shit, nigga. You ain't getting nothing because it's artmanapparel.com on this side, nigga. You gotta try to get your fan base up, nigga. I don't know you, nigga. You know me. Fuck you talking about?
Right.
Or you been posting that goddamn link everywhere.
Next gen, go on and come up
He
here,
said
man.
what?
Stop texting, bro.
You said Cyrus, I've been posting that link everywhere.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you like I don't think niggas even realize that you be trolling at least half the time, bro.
My
Especially if
thing is like this. My thing is like this.
especially if you post a link under it. I'm like, bro, it's this shit is like working on y'all.
I don't even be reading their comments. That's why they get so mad. They could just say anything and I just put artmanapparel.com, or I'll just post something of me just randomly doing something like driving. And I'll put artmanapparel.com. Because it's like, man, fuck you. I ain't finna read this shit. Fuck you talking about. You ain't talking about shit.
Yeah.
Nigga, trying to
I
get some money out here. Fuck you talking about.
I
Trying to
be
sell these
post,
paintings like Bob Ross out here.
I be posting your shit too
Right.
on the book and on YouTube. I'm gonna support the homie shit for
See,
sure.
that's some real nigga shit. A lot of niggas be hating on me on the timeline. They be
That's
mad. But it don't
that's what
matter because I'm at the post office fucking every month, dropping shit off, sending this shit to Italy, sending it to the United Kingdom, Mexico, all that. Bro, I never heard of you niggas talking about drop the link, bro. Fucking bots.
all right. Where this nigga next gen at though? Next gen, you still ain't did nothing, bro, but you trolling. What's happening? Come up here and get this whooping. It'll be all right. It'll be over real quick. Cyrus, ain't you going for Norman too?
I never
He
said
said
that.
this brim dropped the link.
That ain't no damn brim, bro.
Right,
Ain't no damn
right.
brim.
Oh well, you was about to start coming at me too
I'm just ready to eat. I'm ready to cut somebody's head off, Cyrus. I ain't gonna lie to you.
about this dev, huh?
I mean, not this. I do basketball. I do boxing, bro. I can debate about anything, any fighter. You know what I'm saying? Dev is just right. Dev is just a hot topic right now. But we can switch
I
it to
know that, and
Big
that's
B
the
then.
thing, nigga. Why niggas be acting like we can't talk about Dev versus Norman? This fight's happening in 3 weeks.
Right. All right. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think Tank Davis fight coming up.
Right. Y'all idle. Y'all idle. Can't keep his hand off a chick, so you know what I'm saying?
Y'all
He
want
may not have a fight coming up. So we talking about real fights.
and I was just talking about this a little earlier. It's so crazy that people have been talking so much about Brian Norman versus Dev, and Bam is literally on the same card. Like fuck
Who
Benavidez,
gives
like
niggas like who gives a
Bam is
fuck?
right there.
Niggas like who gives a fuck? Niggas want to watch motherfucking
I think it's because everybody know that Bam's supposed to walk through this nigga.
nobody really be knowing Bam opponents for real besides them old niggas he watched.
Yeah, because don't nobody really respect the smaller divisions as much. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to my dude Chef. He said I got mad merch from Artman and artmanapparel.com. Yeah, shout out to my dude Chef. Don't listen to them niggas on Twitter, lefty of them niggas talking about I got raggedy merchandise, nigga. Hell no, nigga. That shit's legit. Ask anybody who shopped Artman Apparel right now. This ain't that scratch off shit. Middle of the mall shit. But go ahead, Cyrus.
No, I think I said it.
Oh, okay. My bad, my bad. You know, I never missed the
Oh yeah,
opportunity.
about
I
Bam.
never missed the opportunity to talk about artmanapparel.com, best boxing merch in the game.
I mean, that's your business.
Yep. Say if it ain't too much, inbox me the link on my Twitter, unbiased brim. This nigga actually do too much name. Go have one of your nephews help you fix your cricket wireless phone. And- Do niggas still use that shit? Cricket Wireless? I don't even know.
They
It's been
got
a
cricket. They still got cricket. There's a cricket store.
Yeah, cricket got big in Vegas like a couple years ago.
Oh, for real. Yeah, Bam he unified in his last fight. He about to unify again in this fight, and the fight after that's supposed to be undisputed.
nigga. Wake me up when this nigga fighting Junto or fucking motherfucking Inui.
I think Junto just moved up from 118 to 122.
We're and Nui at 126 right now or 122.
He at 122. He looking at 126. He hasn't fought at featherweight yet.
When is he gonna fight anybody that's important besides
Well, it's coming up now because like I said earlier, we niggas don't really be respecting the smaller fighters. But in like featherweight, there's fucking there's Bruce Carrington, there's fucking Espinoza, there's Angelo Lea, who might actually knock this nigga the fuck out, bro.
Well, the only fights, the notable fights that I've seen him, he fought Nonito Donaire.
You said Angelo Leo?
Hold on, Angelo Leo's at 130 or 126?
I don't even know. No,
I think Angelo Leo's at 126.
Well, only notable fights I seen him have was Stephen Fulton and Nonito.
Yeah, Nonito Donaire.
Anybody else, I can't even call it.
But still, like most of his fights were hard fights. Like this nigga had like fought some kind of like local champion and shit, like his first fight, and then some other kind of dude like his second fight. But that's like deep cut shit. It's like Americans wouldn't know nothing about what the fuck is going on over there.
I don't never be on no coach channels. I'll be on everybody channels. I'll be on the Haney hater channels and all that, bro. Debating, getting cracking. I'm everywhere getting cracking. I don't know what you talking about.
The Haney haters.
But I know you ain't talking about the family because you be over there with the fam, bro. It's crazy. You see how dudes do it, Art, man?
Bro, what are you talking about?
First of all, we got Brim.
Brother Brim.
Brother Brim.
Yeah, I mean,
hold on. First things first. First things first, Brim. Did you take your blood pressure medicine before you come in?
I don't have any to take. My blood pressure actually pretty good. I lost 32 pounds this year, sir.
All right.
232 pounds to 200. So how you love that?
That's good to hear. That's good to
I might have to border war your ass.
Damn.
Just don't go on no spiral after your man Norman lose though.
Bro, if he lose, I'll sit here and talk about it just like any other fight. Because I actually cover both sides of the coin in the fight and
let's start the
Norman
conversation already. Well, you're gonna be like, well, man, 154 might just be a better version of Norman.
I think you
might see a better
freestyling.
version, Norman. I get it though.
You're freestyling again though, because Norman is one of the fighters to fight closer to his natural weight than most fighters overall. So when you bring that topic to the
10
table,
years,
it's ridiculous,
nigga.
Bro, he don't.
Come on, bro.
Listen, don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me because that man walk around at 158 to 160 pounds, and Devin walk around 180, big as shit. Don't be mad at me because that man fighting closer to his natural weight, and Devin Haney is fighting like many other fighters, not closer to his natural weight. But it ain't nothing wrong with that. It's a sport of boxing. You can do that.
It don't matter.
What
Look, let me tell you this, Brim.
What if Norman just had his
hold on, because Brim, you could say, oh, he walks around at 158, 160, bro. I don't know if you know,
he's always working out, bro. He's always
what matters the most when you're cutting weight is them last few pounds. He's been doing this shit for years, bro.
Yeah, the problem is it's literally he doesn't really have a problem cutting weight because he's always staying ready, so he doesn't have to get prepared. He doesn't have to lose a certain amount of weight. So is he not
supposed to be at 154 right now, or what? Let's be real.
I wouldn't say that. I think he could do 147 another 2 years without a problem. But I would advise him to go to 154 after a year. Yeah, a year and a half. I would, but
come on, a year. Let's talk about a month.
I said you're not, bro. What are you talking about? You have
we gonna hit this nigga on some money shit. This nigga talking about 10 years. Nigga, let's talk about a month.
So what evidence do you have to support this theory that you're coming with in my ear, sir?
And also remember, Dev was in 135 up until recently. You know, and Brian Norman is only 24.
24 going to it will be 25
Also,
the day after the fight.
and what if
Yeah.
it's some shit
But
just
he's
like
been at 147 his entire
And you know
career.
what? And the thing is
what if
that
he had
that's
broken
cool to
down
bring that up. But have you had a
earlier?
history of him having a problem making weight? No, you don't. There's a
Yeah,
reason why. Because
last fight, he
he
was
didn't have
looking
a problem making weight last
last
fight,
fight. You could see it in his face. You could see
bro.
it in his
If it,
face.
but his body didn't feel it. I mean, that's what comes
Here's the
when
thing,
you
because a lot of
dehydrate
boxing
yourself a
fans
little
got it
bit.
confused. A lot of boxing fans got it confused. They think, oh well, if he can make the weight, he can make the weight. It's not about just
Yo,
making
you
the
don't
weight.
have no
It's
real
about
evidence. You giving me
Hold on, Brim. I didn't cut you
mental,
off. Let me cook.
Hold on,
give
hold
me
on.
weak shit
What
right
are we,
Yeah,
now.
let me cook. Come on, I ain't let you.
but what are we getting
It's
at
not
by
just
looking
about
towards the fight?
making the weight. It's about performing after cutting weight at the highest level. Not to
So,
fight a nigga like Jin Kasaki.
so this
You
conversation is
cutting
about
all
his
that muscle to come
stamina.
and fight a nigga like Haney, bro. Are you sure he's gonna be able to perform at the highest level after years of fighting at 147? With already thoughts of moving to
You're
154?
creating something that actually
All right,
doesn't
man.
exist to have a
Niggas trying to
talking point.
hide
To
from
be
the
honest
truth.
with you, no,
I'm just
you're
talking
hiding
about
the
the
truth. You're
excuse before it
actually
happens.
creating something to have a talking point
I'm
because
just
there's
talking
no.
about the excuse
Bro,
before it
the man
happens,
is
bro.
not losing 20 pounds to get ready for this fight. He's
It
always in the
doesn't
gym. He's
matter. It's the
always
last
staying in
couple
shape.
pounds
It
that
doesn't have
matter.
he doesn't
It's
have
the
a
last
difficult time
couple pounds
losing
that
weight.
matter,
Dude,
bro.
he does it. He bro, he when he goes into a fight, when he's getting ready to make weight, he does it in 2 days, bro.
How
You
you
don't
know
get
this,
it.
nigga? You was there?
But he didn't look bad in the gym fight. So
Bro, my God,
it's about
bro.
his
I mean,
stamina.
like you like I can't have a conversation with the man and talk to him like I didn't sit down and talk to him and kick it with him on some regular shit,
All
like
right,
just
man.
talking to him. Like,
But
what is
also
wrong
like,
with you right
All
now?
right, man.
You have
but
no
also like,
evidence that supports your
That's why you have
argument,
so
bro. You're
much
just
bias.
creating
That's why you have
something.
so much bias because you let this
No,
nigga,
it's
he
not. How you gonna
invited
say
you to the
bias when
camp.
you're making up something that doesn't even exist? We don't even
The
have
nigga let you in
historical
the
evidence.
camp.
what's the
It hadn't been
Now
like
you
a boot
making up shit.
situation saying that I'm having a tough time making the weight. You're reaching right now. You're creating a
hold on,
situation to make an argument that
Okay,
doesn't
if
exist.
okay, let's say I was capping. Let's say I was capping. If it was the truth, you think you would explain it? You think you would agree with me with that
If it
shit?
was
Hell no. Hell
absolutely,
no, you wouldn't,
absolutely.
nigga.
Okay, look,
Hell
bro.
no.
Can I give you some examples of where I agree with you? I've listened. The thing is, you don't really actually look at anything objectively because if you did, you would have already understood that I said, you know, if Brian Norman keeps his head on the center line and gives Devin Haney an opportunity to land his jab at
But let's
will,
talk about the
especially if he's
real.
doing. Hold up, no, no, no,
You
no. Let
talking
me
about some
finish, bro,
bullshit that we know.
Are you
Let's talk
going?
about that
You
weight
always
cut.
cut me off, but then if I
Let's
cut
talk
you
about
off,
that
you say
weight cut.
something.
Let's talk
Go
about
ahead,
that
bro.
gas tank. You
I'm
ain't
not
talking
worried
about
about.
that gas tank.
I'm not worried about the
It's
weight
what
cut, and I'm
niggas is
not worried
not
about his
talking
gas
about.
tank. He's a boxing lifer. I'm not worried about his gas tank, and I'm not worried about his weight cut because he's a boxing lifer, bro. He
A
lives in
boxing
the gym.
lifer, huh?
He's a boxing lifer, bro.
But
He's a
and
grown ass man
He's a
that's fucking
boxing lifer,
growing.
dog.
That's
He's a
growing.
boxing lifer.
something.
He doesn't live a lifestyle outside of the boxing, so
What was he
he's
gonna argue?
disciplined to the point where those things are not problems. That's why I'm saying you're creating things. You're just
Hold on.
creating that, bro. You're not
Can I
keeping a
can I
debate. You're creating that.
can I ask something? Can I ask
Shoot,
something?
shoot.
Okay. So first of all, the whole point of this is like, are we debating his stamina going into the fight and his conditioning going into the fight?
Yeah,
Like,
I don't think he's gonna last. I'm
hold on,
telling you
hold on,
right
hold on,
now. After the sixth,
He
seventh
ain't gonna let
round,
you finish.
I'm
he's
not
drowning.
done. I'm
He'll
not
cut
done.
you off, but then tell you don't cut him off. Go
Yeah,
finish.
I'm not
Finish what
done.
you were
I'm
trying
not
to ask,
done.
though, brother.
I appreciate that. And so it's just like, cause yeah, I do agree with you. He's been at the same weight like this entire time, but what signs has he ever given us also, like on top of that? Because he seemed like he made the
When
gym
he's
fight pretty
fighting,
fun.
when he's fighting certain exchanges, he's gassing. It's like he's reaching for pockets of air, like the guy Tim Bradley said. Was it Tim Bradley who said that? I think it was Tim Bradley who said that. It's like, but I've seen it for myself.
But why are
After a
we
few
breaking out?
exchanges,
But
he's
also,
huffing and puffing, man. I'm telling you right now. I don't.
but why are
I'm
we also
hold on,
jumping?
hold on. The reason why, let me explain, because I already know what you're gonna ask.
Right,
The reason why I'm
but I
saying this
understand what
now,
you're saying
the
though.
reason why
I
I'm saying
understand
this
what you're
now
saying.
is because I don't want to hear no excuses after. I don't
Bro,
want
there
to hear
ain't
no
no such thing
excuses
as
after.
excuses in this fight.
Niggas is saying no, it's not a problem now. So after the fight, I don't want to hear, oh well,
Cyrus,
niggas was drug testing
I'm
me.
sorry you didn't get
Oh,
a
the
chance to
weight
get
cut.
your question fully out, but
I
I
don't want
wanted
to
to
hear
say this
that.
to you, Cyrus. I wanted to say this to you, Cyrus, even though you didn't get your question fully out. Um, I think being able to navigate around them, taking them to the deep waters can be a benefit for Devin Haney. But one aspect when you talk about gas tank where it can be problematic is that in the 10th round of his fight versus Centillion, his power carried, and it carried pretty strong in a fight that was a firefight. Now, the only way Devin Haney
Nigga,
can
it
make that.
carried
Yeah, can I
because he
finish?
was
Can I
fighting a
finish?
nigga
Can I
who was
finish? You're going to keep
tired
on interrupting
too.
me. Here you go again
Fuck
with the
you
goofy
talking
shit.
about,
Let me
man?
finish. The only way to what Devin can be able to do is if he had making a miss, then that can drag your gas tank out. But you have to actually be willing to engage to do those things. So in a lower output potential fight, I don't see it being a problem for Brian Norman on his quote unquote gas tank when he was in a firefight and went 10 rounds and his power carried. But you can slow him down by slowing the pace down and making him and you getting comfortable and he's not comfortable in his offense. That's a different type of tiring. It wouldn't be like a tiring where going through the you're out of breath and you had to win. That's a mental type of tired. That's a different type of tired. And if Devin Haney can fight well at the beginning of the fight, it will give him an opportunity to create that dynamic. And see, the reason why I'm saying that is because I watched boxing and I love boxing and I'm gonna keep it a beam. I know Devin Haney's avenues to win, and it's but they don't never want to be real and acknowledge Brian Norman's avenues to win. Because I'm gonna tell you this right now: if there's infighting, Devin is in trouble when there's infighting. He's gonna be in trouble.
Hey, Brim, can I cook you for a little bit?
You can cook, but you gotta let this man talk. Cyrus, he can even get his damn question.
I didn't hear Cyrus. I didn't hear you, brother.
He was trying to ask questions, but Artman was on that bullshit.
Yeah, and also I want to bring up that it's nobody started talking about stamina until it was brought up that Norman has been at the same weight his entire amateur and professional career. That's never even been a thing until I guess Bill said that. Right? And now we saying it, but it's we wasn't even saying that shit before. This wasn't we had all these other arguments as to why Devin would win or Norman would win or what their weaknesses are. But then Bill says this, and now suddenly Brian has stamina issues.
Bro, propaganda machine is fire, bro. It is what it is. I mean, I can see the realistic angles and stuff, but that's propaganda machine, just like the testing shit. It's just in the same warehouse, he's a smart guy. He know what he's doing.
And also, I don't think getting tired during the championship rounds are conditioning issues. That's kind of normal.
I mean, it's human body, but but if you're really well conditioned, though, you won't be as tired as the next man. And that's the difference between greatness and good,
Man.
Yeah. How much
bullshit, Brim?
How much
you niggas have no faith in this guy going 12 rounds? Y'all banking on
if you say so.
The game plan. The game plan is banking on.
Project your bullshit on me because I definitely see an avenue where Norman wins a 12-round decision. Because if Devin gets hurt early in the fight, I think Devin is smart enough to be able to fight a defensive fight, but he still might lose because
yeah. And Art, how much did you catch of what I just said, bro? Because I had asked some shit too. Well, you had walked away.
What you say?
So it's just also I wanted to point out was this whole time we've been going back and forth about this fight, but we didn't say anything about conditioning or stamina issues until Bill pointed out that Brian Norman has been at 147 and below.
No. I've been saying this. Bro. I've been saying this before Bill. Before I've heard Bill, because somebody my
tell
brother
him about
B
it,
just
little
tagged
Bill.
me today.
Come on, little Bill. Tell him about it, Arden. Come on, little Bill.
You gotta realize I've been in here having these conversations with you, brother. It's we've had all these other reasons why Devin would win, right? But now also it's that's
so you tell it. So wait. So you telling me I've never? Hold on. You said I've never. So basically, you saying I never spoke on this nigga.
No. What I'm saying is the only reason we having this conversation is because Bill pointed that out because we watched these niggas fight.
Hey, hold on, man. Let me respond to that because we're not just gonna go past that. Hold on. Let me respond to that. No, that's false. Go back and listen. We're already talking about this guy has never been 10, 12 rounds before. This is something I've been saying. I've been saying this.
But bro, when we talked about it, that was in terms of experience. It wasn't in terms of conditioning. Now suddenly,
bro, that's both, bro.
But bro,
I know this to be true. I know this for
the past 2 days.
Can't see.
Like he became Anthony Yard in the past 2 days.
Why my mic keep on getting muted? Why do you keep
Yeah,
muting my
y'all
mic?
don't worry about it. I'm the one that said I brought up Brian Norman's stamina, bro, like a month or two ago when I said he was on steroids, and I want to know how he gonna react
Yeah,
not
because you
being
be
on
capping, talking about
roids.
somebody on steroids.
I
Tell me
said
that.
that. No, but I'm
Yeah,
saying
because
I'm the
that's
one
why
that brought up his stamina. Like
you're gonna have
2
to answer. You're gonna have to answer on the 22nd after the fight because of some of that crazy stuff you be
Okay,
talking about.
I know this to be true because when fucking what's that white dude, the white reporter,
Chappelle.
he asked him about questions that came from my channel. I was questioning, hey, you never been 12 rounds before. How's your stamina looking like? I've been saying that before I heard Bill talk about it. Like my dude Notorious said, facts, Art Man not lying.
Hey, what round did Norman knock out Centillion?
Bro,
What round was
Norman,
that?
look, here's the thing.
Just answer the
Hold
question.
on,
What round did he
let me
knock out
cook, let me cook,
Centillion?
let me
Because
cook.
you never answer a damn
Let me
question
speak on
ever
it.
in your life.
Because you already know the answer. Stop asking me rhetorical questions.
Well, so stop acting like you don't fucking know and keep on bringing up fucking
Don't
talking
ask me
points
no
where you got
rhetorical
evidence of
question.
a
You
man
know,
having
you
extreme enough
know, this
stamina
is
to
what
knock have
okay, let me
a knockout
explain.
of
Let
the
me
year
explain.
have a
You
knockout
on
of the
my
year
show. You on
candidate
my
in the
channel.
10th damn
Let me cook.
round.
Let me cook.
Yo,
So
I'm
yeah,
tired of you muting me though. You gotta stop
nah,
doing that shit. You
because
be
we
cutting
gonna do
people.
this one at a time.
No,
We
no,
gonna
you
do this
can't
one
say
at a
one at a time
time.
when you
One at
always
a
cutting
time. Let
people
me
off,
cook. You
bro.
ain't
You
finna be
cut people off
interrupting
and
me
then
on
you
my
say one
show,
at a
bro.
time.
Yeah,
You're
it's
not gonna
like,
be interrupting me on my own show, bro.
You
yeah,
gotta
but
stop that. But you be interrupting people. If you gonna do it, you got.
and Insane ain't really got a chance to go. So
Insane ain't got what? Hey, look, let Art cook. This the Humby channel. Cause let cook. I'm gonna get in. I'm gonna get in where I fit in.
nigga Brim hopped on and then nigga just started battling.
Man,
Ain't no,
Brim,
it's not no fucking battle. He is just a Norman fucking group. He's inside of Norman's camp. He's
I
not gonna say
know.
anything negative about Norman.
I know. But it's like y'all kind of established something by now. Like y'all done got it. Like y'all shit done been shared and stuff like that. Yeah, like y'all promoting the fight.
I mean, ain't that what we supposed to do?
I
I
mean,
mean,
not
as
really.
fans.
Take it upon yourself. You know, we all want the sport to grow, right?
I mean, honestly, I mean, let's just look at it for what it is. This is a topic of conversation that's generating a lot of views and a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? A lot of comments. So
It's
we're
the
definitely
biggest
gonna
fight coming
focus
up.
on it.
It's the biggest fight coming up right now.
Right. It's pretty much the only fight coming up. But like I say, all Devin has to do is faint Norman to death because he reacts to any and everything. But that comes with IQ. Now, I'm not gonna listen to nobody that's not gonna sit here and say, I'm not gonna listen to a person that sit here and say, oh, Brian Norman got top tier IQ, because he doesn't. He doesn't have he
Who said
doesn't.
that? Who said
I'm
that?
just saying, as far as, you know what I'm saying, Brim or whoever want to cap for this dude, as far as Oculus LD, next gen, you know what I'm saying? You can't tell me Brian Norman has high boxing IQ, and he doesn't. He only depends on one thing, his equalizer, and that's the knockout punch. He's not a hell of a boxer. I mean, honestly, could we at
He's
least be
getting
honest
better.
about that?
He's getting better each fight though. You know, he's not like an excellent or a great boxer. You know,
But you're going in here with a master boxer. That's like him going in the ring with let's say, a Lomachenko.
I really want to see Devin get his jab popping in this fight because I feel like Brian Norman's going to spend a lot of time trying to get past that shit.
See, that's the thing. Everybody is relying on his jab. Remember when everybody was relying on the jab when he fought Loma and he did something different? Devin's just not a jabber. Devin be switching that thing up to like a
I
lead hook.
know, I
But
know.
it's not going to be a jab. It's going to be a
Bro,
lead hook or
I
something like
agree with
that.
you, bro. I agree with you. But that in itself, because we didn't see a whole lot of that in his last fight,
Well,
right?
what we seen was a guy trying to get through a
Won the
fight.
fight.
He
Who
12-0
smoked
the
blood.
guy.
He
Was no
smoked
need
blood.
to was no need to show nothing spectacular because the dude was not spectacular himself.
I mean, a
So
jab is
let
just
me
a
get him up
jab.
out of here. Let me just get
You
him up
calling
out of here.
jabs spectacular now?
Yeah, some jabs are spectacular. I've seen some jabs knock
Yeah,
people out.
that's the
What are you
best
talking
punch in the
about?
game.
Yeah, but like nothing spectacular. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, you know.
Okay. So
But the reason,
hold on, because
the reason I'm saying that
I
is
gotta jump
because
back. I gotta jump back in here. So
yeah, but
here's my thing, bro.
it's just the reason I said that is
Here's my
I
thing,
think
because
Brian Norman will have problems
Cyrus,
with
hold
that
on, we
before
gotta
he got
cook because
anything else.
we ain't gonna skip over that. I don't.
I'm still talking about it.
I've been speaking on Brian Norman not having the experience. Even fucking Sean Settle, whatever his name
Yeah,
is, he
we've been
asked him
talking about
damn near.
that
He
together,
asked him the
bro.
same questions I asked. You've never been 12 rounds. What's your experience looking like going 12 rounds against this
Bro,
guy?
I was
What?
there talking about.
Okay,
Bro,
if
I was
okay,
talking
now
about
my
this
brother's
with you,
serious.
bro.
You're
I
saying
know
I'm
all
not
this,
using it. You're saying I'm not using it in the context of
bro. No, bro, you're
stamina.
just coming
What?
up with shit,
Why?
bro. You,
Hold on. Let me cook. Why would I not be using it in the context of stamina if I'm mentioning 12 rounds? Of course, 12 rounds means nigga, do you have the lungs to fight in the championship rounds? My
but the
bad for
thing is,
assuming that we all knew this.
but bro, you're saying this like we wasn't talking about it together, right? It's just like we may have mentioned it, but it wasn't like a big point. The experience was more than enough.
Okay, but
You know
there's
what I'm
more things.
saying?
Okay, so
And I'm not
the
saying
way we
like you're
working the chat,
wrong or anything
we're
like
just
that. You
speaking
know,
on
it's just like
everything,
yeah,
and
because you're not
this is just
the
something
only
that we're
person,
speaking on.
right? Because you're not the only person to be speaking on this suddenly, right? And I'm like, okay, now we all talking about this because it all came out. Like we saw the fight. We wasn't talk about this before, and it very may well turn out that Brian Norman has stamina and conditioning issues in this fight. Who knows?
What you try to say? There's a mole in the camp.
I'm not trying to say nothing. Like I'm saying exactly what I say, just like you.
Is there a mole in the camp?
I mean, got to ask Brennan.
Right.
As far as the mole in that camp, I don't know.
Said mole in the camp is crazy. I know, right?
I mean, but don't act like it's not a possibility neither.
But have you ever heard of the term a hit dog hollers?
Definitely.
You ever heard of that term, Cyrus?
I mean, there's also content over everything. So,
Now when I mention that, that's something that we talk about everything. But when I mention that specifically, that gets that gets him going, don't it?
bro, everything gets that nigga going.
That gets
Yeah,
him really, really, really going, bro.
bro. It's just like he good at arguing with niggas. I'm surprised he came on here and like, bro, started flipping his shit.
I mean, my thing is
Yeah,
like
shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody shop at artmanapparel.com. But look, here's my thing, brother Cyrus. Take it how you want. But after that 5th round, that man's gonna drown. He gonna drown.
After just 5 rounds, you think?
Yeah.
Because it's not just 5 rounds and he's tired. It's 5 rounds of doing some new shit that you've never done before.
But also
like trying to switch
Devin's pace is
throwing
a
a lot
little
of
slower
punches
than
and
his last
missing
fight.
and getting tagged.
Like Jen wasn't that good, but it was a physical fight still.
Who said Devin's gonna fight that fight with him? Devin is a
Yeah,
finesse
I'm
fighter.
saying. So we talk about like his stamina, and he knocked him out in the 5th round. You know what I'm saying? It's like, is Devin gonna be more physical than Jen?
Jen Psaki was not defensively responsible for you to sit up here and
Jen
act like
a real welterweight?
Yeah, he's a real welterweight. He was trying to drain himself down to 140, and he got his ass beat. Now he's back at his regular weight.
This is my thing though. Devin Haney is defensively responsible, bro, and he's 1,000% better than Jen Psaki.
Yeah, so he's not going to crash like Jen Psaki, so it won't be as physical as a fight. You know, Jen Psaki just throwing his body into Brian Norman.
Well, let me explain.
Man, I'm gonna tell you right now, Cyrus. Based off that, what I've seen, bro, you'd have been like, I ain't gonna lie, man. Norman, he really, I low key feel bad for Norman. You gonna see though. You gonna see. And that's the thing. I'm talking to you from the perspective of some shit that you haven't seen. So it's like, it's hard for me to try to really explain it to you because.
I mean, it's
you're probably still going off the basis of like with the the Ramirez fight and the Haney. I mean, Garcia fight.
As far as what you've seen, like it's just boxing. You can't explain it.
Well, can I explain this real fast? Let me explain this one by how my man say after the 5th round he gonna be drained. It doesn't have anything to do with physical stamina, bro. It's just gonna be mental, bro. Out trying to outthink somebody. What that nigga say? trying to outthink somebody, bro, and go along with a fight, bro. You're thinking in this fight that can mentally drain you, bro. And once you're mentally drained, your body goes
He's
with
a
your mental.
thinker. Brian Norman's a thinker. He goes in there. He had to think
Yeah,
against fucking Jinkasaki, bro.
Brian Norman is going to be lost way before he's tired.
So you don't think the mind goes before the body?
It depends on the
It's
fighter.
gonna be a combination of both. Y'all gonna see. That jab gonna be in that man's face.
You want to keep lying like Brian Norman doesn't have the mental advantage going into this fight.
He
He
What
does.
doesn't.
mental advantage
Regardless if
does he
you lie
have?
or not.
He
Why y'all can
doesn't.
lie to yourself or not, but
He
Brian Norman
doesn't.
has the mental advantage going into this
He
fight. Y'all
doesn't.
can lie if you want to. He
Tell
does.
me
No,
what
he
mental
doesn't.
advantage that he has.
Because he got Make-A-Wish niggas hopeful like you, bro. He don't want to let niggas like you down.
You funny, you call me a Make-A-Wish nigga. I'm a grown ass man that flew himself down, that drove himself to go chop it up with
It's a
him.
joke, old man.
I
Shit,
wasn't even going to
damn.
take a picture because I didn't
Damn,
go there
take
for
your
none of that. I
man.
don't
See, that's
care
what I'm
about
talking
none of
about.
that.
Take your blood
Brim,
pressure
can you
pills,
answer that
bro. You gotta
question?
chill.
Yeah, I definitely can. As soon as Art Man stopped the capping real quick, and I
Can you
answer
answer
that.
the question, Brim, please? What makes you think he has a mental advantage, sir?
The reason why he has the mental advantage because when you go into this fight, Devin Haney has to face mental pressure. Brian Norman doesn't have to face mental pressure. He has to deal with just being able to navigate through the boxing. If Devin gets cracked, Devin is going to be in a whole different space and different place. Norman doesn't have that element going into this fight. There are question marks going into this fight for Devin Haney in regards to how he's going to execute this fight. Is he going to be willing to engage, such and so forth?
Is your
Brian
question marks
Norman
for
has the
Brian
mental
Norman in this
advantage
fight?
based on their previous history going into this fight. If you think you
Brim,
don't,
that's cool and all that. Brim, that's cool and all that, but you still didn't tell me what makes him have a mental edge. You didn't say anything about the
I didn't
mental
say
edge.
something. You
What?
just didn't like my
No,
answer.
you did
The
not.
fact that Brian Norman is going in confident, 100% confident, and he does not have to face any mental
So
pressure within the
confidence gives
fight,
him the mental
dealing with
edge.
the fact that the person
I don't
he's
think
fighting
it's
in
that
front of him can
complicated.
crack him. He
I
doesn't
don't.
have that mental pressure.
You
I don't
talking
think that.
about crack, bro?
I don't
Hold
think it's that
on, hold
complicated.
on. Let me
But
answer that because
like
let me answer that because that sounds that I swear, Brim, you've been watching boxing for a very long time. I know that, right, brother? How can you say he has nothing to fear, damn near, because the guy can't punch in front of him? Dude, are you not saying that he can't lose this fight? You know you can get outpointed, right?
Yeah, but
How many fights have
that's
you
not
watched
mental
as a guy?
pressure though.
How many fights have you seen a boxer with lesser power beat a power puncher, bro? Like,
That's not a point. That's
why
not
when
even the
Devin
point.
all the
That's not a
boxing
point that I'm
logic goes
arguing
out the
though.
window?
That's
Oh,
not a
you
point
just
that I'm
have to have
arguing.
power. That's the end all be all.
That is
And,
not a point that I've argued.
and here's the thing: going into that fight, thinking only one fighter can get hurt, it's gonna be a rude awakening for y'all on that side. Y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna be like, well, damn,
No, you gonna see.
I
You
didn't
gonna be
know.
the one
I
sitting
didn't
here
know
having to
Devin punched
explain to
like
me
that
what happened in
because
the fight,
that's
and I
what
look
Regis
forward to
did.
it.
That's what Regis
I
did.
don't care what Regis did.
Regis and
Norman
all
ain't
their whole
Regis,
camp
dog.
and all the fans.
Norman ain't
Oh, he
30,
can't punch.
34 years
He
old on the
can't
back in
punch.
his career. Norman's
Hold
20.
on. Let me cook. He said he can't punch. He can't punch all that shit, right? Regis went in there and dropped him. What niggas say? Blame Snack.
Yo, Regis is
Blame
34
Snack.
years old. I ain't say shit about no snacks. Regis is 34
Excuses.
years old, bro. Regis is
Excuses.
34 years old. Norman is just now
Hey,
getting into his prime. You comparing Regis to Norman
hey.
don't move me,
Young niggas
family.
get their
It
ass
don't
beat
move me.
too. Young niggas get their ass beat
That
too.
sounds cool.
Fuck you
That
talking
sounds
about?
cool. It
Young
sounds
niggas
good.
get their
It
ass
sounds
beat too,
good.
bro.
niggas.
Just don't
It
use that
sounds
as an
good.
excuse. Just don't use that him being young as
I
an
don't make
excuse.
excuses. I ain't never made no excuse. I said if Devin
Right,
Haney
nigga.
found a way to win playing Tom and Jerry games and low output
Ain't no
and
need to play no
pop
one
shot him,
Tom and
let me
Jerry
finish,
games
bro. If he
when your
pop
man's
shot him and make the
when your
fight
man's
boring and
head is
wins,
on the
that's
line.
Devin got the job done. It's on Brian Norman to win the fight, and you can't let Devin win by no means. So it's no excuses. Period. Don't come with me with these bullshit ass shit that you kicking to these other goofies be talking about. You talking to me, son. You talking to me, not them goofy ass motherfuckers,
Nigga,
bro.
you talking
Please.
to Art Man, nigga,
Yo,
owner of
Yeah, and you be acting like the goofy
artmanapparel.com. That's
motherfuckers.
boxing
That's why I
merch in the
gotta treat
game.
you
What you talking
accordingly.
about? Don't tell
So
me no, oh, Norman can do this. Norman ain't no
so we
motherfucking
goofies.
89 Mike Tyson, nigga. He's B
I never
normal.
said that. But
B
if I make
normal
any
junior,
positive
nigga.
points
That's
for
who he
Norman,
is,
you
bro.
don't ever
The
want to
nigga who got
acknowledge
dropped by
anything
Boy
positive for
Chica.
Norman. He's just
The nigga
nothing
who
but a
got dropped by Boy
one-dimensional
Chica.
brawler. Let Artman tell it. That's
Bro,
not the fact.
he
That's
got
cap.
dropped by Boy Chica, bro. He got dropped by Boy Chica. Is that not
He
true?
sure did. He got hit with a really well-timed and well-placed punch, which that means if
Why
you lean
and
forward, you do that.
why did he
But
get
when he
hit with
got
that,
back
bro?
up, what happened right after he got
Why
back up?
wait. Why did he get hit with that?
Because he was out of place. He lunging with a shot and left himself open to get countered.
And,
They got
and
them
Absolutely.
you
feints, Art Man.
and you being a boxing fan, you think he can fix that in one camp?
Well, first of all,
You a knowledgeable
first and
boxer
foremost, that
boxing
was
fan. We
multiple
can fix
fights
that in
ago.
one camp.
That was multiple fights ago. So you talking about fixing one camp? That was multiple fights
He
ago.
still
That wasn't the
lunges.
that
I can
wasn't the
show you
last
fights after
fight
that.
he
He
had.
still lunges. He still lunges. He
So
still
does Devin
lunges.
Haney. He lunges when he throws his jab.
All
When he
right.
throws the jab to
All
the
right.
body,
Now niggas
he
trying to say
lunges as
Devin
well.
Haney
They
is
all
fat
have. They
Norman
both have
now.
deficiencies. What are we talking about here, bro?
Fuck out of here, man.
Oh, sorry. Devin's the perfect fighter. I forgot. I'm talking to Art, man. My
Nah,
apologies.
here's the thing. He ain't the perfect fighter. He's better than this green ass nigga you hyping up. Nigga ain't man went 12 rounds. You talking about this
Yeah,
nigga like
he
he's some
ain't gonna go
killer.
12 rounds in this fight
Like he's
either.
some
What the fuck
killer.
you saying to me? He ain't gonna go 12 rounds in this fight
Yeah,
either.
because his young
So it's
ass
going
might
to be
get
somebody
stopped.
else is gonna have to force him to go 12 rounds because it ain't gonna
His
be
young
Devin
ass
Haney.
might get
What you got to
stopped.
say about that? Huh?
I'm gonna say this. He gonna go back to ATL beltless, but he gonna have you on his side though. You gonna be his number one fan. At least he got you. He just ain't gonna have that belt.
I'm not a fan. I'm a supporter. The
Bro,
difference
since when did
between a
you
fan
become
and
a
a
supporter?
supporter can keep it real to it about the fighter that he supported, and which I can do. You're a fan of
Yeah,
Devin Haney.
and
We're different. We're not the same.
you're gonna support his journey to 154 after he loses this belt.
That sounds cool. I mean, that hey, you come up with whatever you come up to make you believe whatever you want to believe.
What makes you think that he can outbox Devin Haney, bro? Explain
And
that
first
to
of all,
me.
he don't have to outbox him. You got to outfight him.
Oh, so you going here
So
to fight
Brim,
then?
so Mr. Objective, I wanna speak with my brother Brim, Mr. Objective here. So let's be objective. You know, a lot of times when guys who are known for being power punchers, they go into fights against high skilled boxers, and then that KO ratio, it comes to an end. You know what I'm saying? That KO streak I meant, it comes to an end. What happens if he cannot knock out Devin Haney? Are you
He don't
saying
have to knock him out to win the
you are
fight.
100% sure he can beat this guy in a fucking 12-round fight? Is that
Yes,
what you're telling
I
me?
believe 100% certain he can beat him in the fight, but I'm 100% certain that as well that if he don't fight the way he need to fight, that he can lose the fight. Devin Haney ain't a punk. Devin Haney ain't a chump. Devin Haney's a world class fighter. So I don't come here with these preconceived notions like you did. Norman just only doesn't have anything but power, and Devin Haney's gonna just go circles around him. No,
Nigga, it's the
Devin Haney
truth
has an
though. Nigga, am
avenue
I
to win,
lying?
and Brian Norman has avenues to win.
Am I
Period.
lying?
You thinking Brian Norman only can win by knockout? To me, is delusional because the thing is, at the end of the day, if Brian Norman can affect Devin Haney, where his shots are affecting Devin Haney, he's going to be more in a retreat mode, which means if his activity's not on par and he's not landing enough clean shots, he can be, because Devin Haney's a smart fighter, he can actually be able to make it 12 rounds and still lose the fight because he's not engaging enough after, tasting what is soon to come. So again, you can
So
cap all you want.
so
You
Dev's
can
just gonna
cap
feel
all
the
you want.
punch and he's just gonna go into retreat mode and he's never gonna throw a punch the entire
I'm
fight.
not saying never throw.
I'm
I'm
gonna
not
say that's
saying
cap.
never throw a punch,
You
but
know I'm gonna say
you're
that's
not
cap.
being offensively
Hold Brim,
minded enough to be
let me
able to
respond to that. Let me respond.
land.
Hold on, let me respond to that. The reason why I'm saying that's cap because we already seen him hurt before, nigga. We already seen him fight a nigga that outweighed him and was on pads, and even during that, he fucking still boxed to a decision. Niggas out here talking like this nigga's fucking some type of chump. How you gonna say he's not a chump and say, oh, once he feels Brian Norman's fucking Deontay Wilder like power, he's
Didn't
just
say.
never gonna throw a punch again?
I didn't say. I
Like,
didn't.
what we
What did
talking
I say?
about
Never
here?
throw a punch again. I say you won't be throwing enough clean, effective
You see,
punches
Brim?
because you're going to be defensively minded and you're going to be overly aware. So you can take my words out of context all you want, but what I said stands, bro. You can cap and try to make it seem like I'm saying he's throwing no punches. No, he just will be a little bit more tentative, a little bit more reactive instead of being offensive, and that can cause you to lose rounds if you're not being active enough. And that's a way you can lose a 12-round fight. And if you want to cap and say that's not possible, you got it, son. You got it.
I'm gonna tell you like this, Brim. You see, when I'm talking about Dev, I can base these things off of high level championship fights that he had. You're basing it off of, well, I was in the camp with him and I seen him jump rope, and I think he's capable of doing this. No, nigga, point me to the fight, point me to the shit I see, some shit you seen, you know what I'm saying, that you can show me. I don't want to hear about no, oh well, what he was doing in the gym. I want to see some
Bro,
shit.
you can't show
I
me
don't give a
nothing that
fuck about
Devin
none
has
of that.
done at
Show me
welterweight.
the
You
fight.
ain't showing
Show me
me
the
shit
fight.
at Devin at welterweight because Devin has never
Because
fought
I
at
watched
welterweight.
all the
What are you
fights. I
talking
watched
about?
all Norman's, damn near all of Norman's fights. that
And
Top
you're gonna
Rank
watch
presenter.
another one soon on the 22nd, and you'll be able to talk and analyze about that, and you're gonna tell me about it after the fight, and I look forward to
We
you
gonna
telling
watch
me
that
about
one, and then we gonna watch his fights after on Tubi
it.
with the
Yeah,
rest
that's
of the
cool.
top with the
That's
rest of the
cool.
Top Rank
We're gonna be
bunch.
on Turkey's card because the fans are gonna be excited
With
watching
the
an
best
exciting
with
fighter.
the
Because
rest
that's what
with the
boxing
rest
needs:
of
exciting fighters that make
the
exciting
fucking
fights.
Top Rank bunch, nigga.
It ain't got shit to do with no
Right,
top break. It got to do with the fighter that Brian
right.
Norman is a fan friendly, a fun type of fighter that where the people will want to see and people will eventually be paying to go watch and see. Because when he does what he's gonna do in a
fan friendly
spectacular
when he's
fashion on the
missing all these
22nd,
punches,
you're
bro.
gonna realize a star was fucking born. And you're gonna all that sleeping on him like he ain't got no motherfucking good pivot movement, like he don't do great head inside hand fighting where he moves pivots people and moves their head to be able to land his shots. He's a much better inside fighter than
Hey,
Devin
hey,
Haney.
hey,
And if
y'all,
it
hey,
becomes an
y'all,
inside fight, Devin Haney is cooked.
and he basing all this on fucking him seeing Brian Norman beat up Tay Jones in this fucking sparring camp. We don't give a fuck
See,
about
right
none
now,
of that shit, bro.
that's all propaganda you throwing out because I ain't speak nothing about him doing anything with Tay Jones. And,
Just because he
I
beat up
told you
Tay
this
Jones,
once, and I told you
just
this
because he
twice.
beat up Tay Jones,
All of
that
Devin
don't mean he's
Haney's
fucking
camp,
with Dev,
the
bro.
fighters are going to mimic Norman, even if they don't fight like Norman, because it's about the look, and that's
Them
why you
niggas,
taking that
bro,
out of
both of
context.
them
And that's why
niggas,
I know
Troy
you're goofy
Isley
because you be
and
capping.
Conwell, are better fighters than Brian Norman Jr., bro. They're better
Troy
fighters
Isley, so
than them.
Troy Isley is
Yeah,
Brian Norman caliber in regards to how he
better,
fights.
better.
Yes or no?
He's a better fighter. You're just gonna say he's better because Brian Norman's better because power.
No,
Like nigga,
no,
bro, get off this
no.
power shit. This nigga ain't
It ain't
Wilder,
power.
bro.
It's how he
He's
has
not
how he.
Wilder. He's
It's
not
called
Mike
shot
Tyson, bro.
placement.
He's
Good infighting.
he's B Normal Jr. Nigga,
Okay,
that's what the
cool.
fuck he
Yep.
is. B
You
Normal
gonna call him
Jr.
be extraordinary on the 22nd though.
B
You gonna call
Normal
him be
Jr. That's what the
extraordinary.
fuck he
Cause
is, nigga.
you deserve what's about to happen. Cause you ain't even real. At least I can see it
And
and say,
that's what it
I
is. It's
see how
all
Brian Norman
emotions.
can lose this
It's
fight.
all
I see how Devin
emotions. You
Haney
see
can lose
this,
this fight.
y'all?
You don't
You
have
see
that
this is
ability to
all
do that.
emotion.
You can't see it.
They're not picking off of
Emotion.
skill. They're
All
picking
right.
off, oh, I just want to see Art Man frown. I
No,
want to see
no,
Art
no,
Man
no.
sad.
I look
Nigga,
forward to it. Ain't
nah,
that
nigga,
I
let's
want
pick
to
off
see
some
you over there. It's
skill,
the way
nigga.
you act and carry yourself and how you cap about this whole shit. This is gonna make it
Yeah,
that much
nigga.
more
I
enjoyable. That's
hope,
all. Just
I
extra cherry
hope,
on the top.
I pray on the star. I wish on the star
I
that
ain't wishing
Brian
on shit.
Norman knocks Devin Haney out. Nigga, shut up.
And that
Nigga,
sound
he
good.
about to get knocked out, bro. Brian Norman fuck around and get knocked out, trying to knock a nigga out.
I heard that
I
hot too.
look. The quickest way to get knocked out
Do these crayons. Your chat is
is
goofy as you are.
trying to
Your
knock a
chat is
nigga out.
goofy as you. Do these crayons. Shut up. Like, give me a break. Y'all all play goofy kitty games, man. Y'all sound like like y'all playing knock knock and run from the
That
door. That's how
see,
y'all be
that's
acting.
the thing. That's the thing with Brian Norman fans. They just swear they just the hardest real niggas because they
Nah,
nigga
nah,
like nigga. We don't hear. We
nah.
ain't trying to hear that shit, bro.
No, they ain't say nothing
We
about
ain't
being
trying to hear that.
hard.
And
Didn't
that's
say
why the
nothing
nigga
about none
complain
of that. But
about his chain.
being
Oh,
real
Devin
about it,
got
that's a good thing.
chains.
You can start with
Devin
that.
got chains and all this shit,
Instead of
nigga.
running
Who
with
talking about
propaganda
some
based
chains and
bullshit
shit,
you be
nigga?
doing all the damn time. You
Right.
be
Watch Bill C. Watch Norman Senior fucking buy some fucking chains after this fucking fight. Niggas talking about, oh, Dev got
man,
some
you act like
chains.
that man broke or something. Like that man
Yeah,
ain't
yeah,
that
niggas.
grown man ain't provide for his family
Niggas,
and do what he
he
needs to
can't
do.
look. Obviously, he can't
Stop.
afford to keep them sparring partners around because Bill taking them, right?
See, this is what I'm talking about. This because he
That's
trying to do
that
a one up and go get another,
that's
and he
why they
goes
got
overpay
that.
for one sparring partner and
That's
for
why
the imagery and the look. Oh, he's oh.
that's why. Hold on, let me cook real quick. That's why niggas is mimicking Devin Haney. That's why they
No,
got Tay
you
Jones
mimicking
mimicking
Bill.
Dev because they can't get no real sparring for
You act
real.
like little Bill right now.
They ain't got no real sparring for real. Niggas is sparring their cousin and shit. Matter of fact, let me mimic Dev for him. Give me a little paper. I fly out there
I
to
see.
Georgia.
You know what I noticed? I noticed that there's a lot of you guys the parade around as grown ass men and the shit y'all say. Y'all some goofy ass
Brim,
chicken. You
nigga.
you make a
They
wish
say
kid.
you a
Like
make a wish kid
did,
as
did,
an
did, did
adult.
did that tickle you when you said that stupid goofy corny ass shit?
They say you a make a wish kid as an
You the one
adult.
that first said that dumb goofy shit. You dumb as hell. I don't see you. I don't see you over there. You ain't getting no wish. You wishing on a star, and he ain't even fucking bringing you into the camp. You doing all this eating, and you ain't in no camp. I ain't even doing no eating.
Check
I
this
can
out,
keep it
bro.
real with a nigga and tell a nigga
We
something,
gonna be
and I
watching.
pull up on him and show love
We
because
gonna be
they
watching
real
Brian
motherfucking
Norman.
people.
We gonna be
They
watching
they
Brian
real
Norman
human.
after a fucking rerun of motherfucking The
Hmm.
Partners on Tubi
Cool
after this
story,
fight.
bro.
Nigga,
Cool
fuck you
story.
talking about.
Who
He gonna
story,
be on
bro?
after the reruns of the fucking Parkers, nigga. Brian Senior gonna be in there with some new
See, that's another
fucking
shit. The
chains,
Brian
all
Norman
types
fans
of
are
shit.
really Tank and Maniacs. I don't even like Tank. I can't stand Tank at this, bro. I haven't been able to defend Tank in over 3-4 years, bro. What are you talking about? Tank is a waste of time, a risk averse fighter. That's why people be with these stupid ass generalizations, man. Y'all gotta stop this goofy shit. Like, serious. Can we stop this at one point? At some point? However, I mean, good God.
Brim. So what happens after the fight, man? You think they're gonna let you back in the camp? You think they're gonna let you in during the
First and
jump rope
foremost, that
sessions?
ain't none of my concern about being let back into a camp like they let me into something. I came to
Niggas
show
talking
love
about
and
he
support, and I
so
pulled up. That's it. No
so
more,
Brim
no less.
so Brim, you one of them people who believe he knocked out Terrence Crawford in sparring?
No, he did knock out Terrence Crawford in this point. And he actually already stated what happened. It was just good work. He showed up and he was, even match for that day versus one of the all-time greats, and it got him respect. Period. No more, no less. But you'll take it and run with some goofy, funny shit. Look what Norman fans say. They said he did it. That's the type of shit you do. You do propaganda, goofy, dumb shit. And I'm just that ain't how I rock. I ain't gonna do that to Devin. I'm just
Nah,
gonna
you
talk
know
about
what
the
it
fight.
is? Y'all niggas just can't keep up. That's what it is.
Keep up. I ain't trying to keep up.
Y'all
I'm not.
niggas
Why am I
can't
keep up
keep
with
up.
the
You know
goofy
what I'm
shit?
saying?
I'm
They
not
feel like
keeping up with
y'all
goofy
feel like
shit,
we
bro.
some city slickers and we fast talking, y'all.
What the
That's
hell
what it
talking,
feel
nigga? I
like.
lived in New York for years, bro. I lived in New York for years and
Hmm.
did it in New York for real,
You
for
think
real. What are you talking
we
about?
some city slickers? We fast talking, y'all. That's why
Yeah,
niggas can't understand. That's why your
yeah.
man
All
he
right.
too green. He ain't gonna he
Green
inexperienced,
giant for
bro. He
y'all.
gonna
It's
get
gonna be
cooked.
green giant for y'all niggas. That type of green you gonna see. Green giant, nigga. Ho ho ho.
Right.
That's what you gonna get. Talking about he too green. All
He
right.
acting like this nigga's too fucking green, bro. Way
Yeah,
too
all right.
green.
All right.
Nigga ain't never went 12 rounds
And the most
before,
hated over here
bro.
talking about, oh yeah, Devin Haney's gonna knock him
I
out,
stopped
Mr.
posting footage.
2019 over here. Get the fuck out of here,
Bro,
man.
Brian Norman's the only fighter I can post his fights and niggas think I'm trolling by posting his
Mm-hmm,
fights.
yeah.
When
Okay.
the homie done cooking you, I'm gonna have my time at you. Don't worry
First of
about
all,
it.
y'all ain't doing no cooking. Y'all just talking funny,
When the
goofy
homie
shit.
done cooking,
That's
I'm
what
gonna
y'all
cook
doing.
your bum ass because you don't know what you talking about.
It sound good. You say that, but when the results be the results, then you're gonna have to talk to me afterwards. And I'm just gonna be like, I'm just gonna look at you with a blank face and I'm gonna let you explain to me. Because
Look,
I ain't gonna have to say
I'm gonna
nothing. I'm
be
gonna let
right
you do
here.
the
I'm gonna be
explaining.
right here joining hands saying, hey man, you know, Brian Norman, you
Doing
win
it,
some, you
okay.
lose some, but you live to fight another day, young man.
I heard that hot shit. That's
Right.
real. That's real shit.
And that's the thing. Like I said, he's FBA, so I'm gonna rock with him. I'm gonna rock with him. And I'm gonna
Yo,
be
bro,
real.
you be acting like a tether when it comes to him. Fuck out of here. How
Ah,
about that?
nigga, get the fuck
Since
out
you
of
want to talk that language, you be acting like a tether when it comes to him. Fuck out of here. How you love that?
here.
Shit.
That's funny as hell.
And I'm speaking the language you speak, so that you know I ain't lying either,
He's
sucker.
out here like, nah, he not a tether.
No, no, no,
He
no.
from
You be
Georgia.
talking like that. No, when you talk to him, you talk. That's how you talk. That's what you be on. You be talking that tether shit when you talk Brian Norman. You can't keep it a buck. You don't treat both of them like FBAs. Yeah.
Bro, my
Since you
nigga
want to talk
do
that
seem like
FBA shit, because I'm pure
he
FBA. How about that?
oh, we definitely could tell, but the thing is, my nigga do be keeping it clean with both of them, homie. You don't like the answers that he give. You can't take his honesty, bro. That's
His
his
honesty
honesty.
is trash.
That's
No,
what it
your
really
honesty
is.
is
That's what
trash.
it really
It's
is.
trash, unfortunately, because it's a super slander. There's no objectivity when he says it. It is none, and you let it ride, and that's cool. That's your business. I'm not. Cheers.
Brim, it's over for you, man, bro.
Okay, cool.
For right now,
I
though.
think it's
Just
just
for
getting
right now.
started, though. Actually, I think it's just getting started. Just getting started.
So what's
Very
your
beginning.
hold
The
on,
man ain't even hit his prime for real yet. You
what's
know
your
what I mean?
honest
So get ready.
Brim, what's your honest opinion on Devin Haney, how he looked in that doing that mid work? Be real.
He looked short, and I expect him to be short. I expect him to be focused. I expect him to be on his game. No, I wouldn't expect anything less. He's a professional, and he's a multi-weight champion. He's a former undisputed fighter. We talking about a great fighter here. We're not talking about a chump. We're not talking about spilled beans, bro.
Do you see some shit that can worry your man Norman? Be fucking real, man.
Nothing about the mitt work does anything. I just go by what I know what Devin Haney can do in the ring and what challenges he could pose based on his skill set and based on what some of the things Norman may have done in the past and some of his tendencies. So there's avenues for Devin Haney to be able to create work, have great timing, being able to get out of dodge because he's not slow footed, and then at that same token, being able to wisely engage and disengage and slowing the pace pace down as well and dictating the terms. If Devin Haney does those things, Devin Haney's going to be in a great position. But again, you see that objectivity, bro, something you just don't have. You
Bro,
don't have it.
it
It's okay.
doesn't matter what you have. Brian Norman getting cooked. That's what I'm trying to tell
It
you,
sounds
bro.
good, but listen.
And that's
Devin Haney
y'all
might be coming with an
y'all on
expensive
boxing
bologna
Twitter.
sandwich, bro.
That's
He
what
ain't
y'all
gonna
on
be
boxing
cooking
Twitter
this night.
don't understand. Y'all want to talk about how y'all friends with Norman and how y'all want to be
It ain't
objective and I
who
want to
said
be a
something about
boxing
being
hero.
friends with
Nigga,
Norman.
it don't matter. At the end of the day,
You
you know what
present that,
matter? Skills, nigga.
bro.
Skills
I
matter.
don't.
That's what
You're a
matter, bro.
projector. You know that,
So who
right?
got more skills? Brian Norman or Dev? Don't lie to me,
That's
bro.
to be determined.
Don't
That's
lie to
to be
me.
determined. We're
Don't
gonna
lie to
find
me.
out.
Don't lie to
It's
me.
to be determined. It's
Don't
gonna be
lie to
to be
me.
determined. It's
This
to
nigga's
be
lying.
determined because
This
there are
nigga's
things that
lying. You
Devin
see this
Haney does
shit?
better than Norman. There's
He
things
talk
Norman does
Mr.
better than Devin
Objective.
Haney.
I'm so objective. Captain the
Oh,
fucking objective can't even tell me who's more skilled, nigga. Be
you said
fucking
who's
real,
more
man.
skilled? Okay, if
Dev's
you
more skilled. You know it.
Devin's a more experienced boxer. He's a more experienced boxer. He has shown in regards to keeping distance and
This shit
setting
crazy
tones
as hell.
as a fighter. He's done it a little bit more often. Does it automatically say he's so much more skilled than Norman? No, I'm just not going to just jump out the window and say that. Y'all going to feel that way. But at the end of the day, Devin Haney's deficiencies are shown to a certain point
Who
where
has
those can
Brian
be
Norman
exposed
fought
as
to
well.
make you think like this, brother? Who has he fought? I know they
It's
paying you.
how he
I know
fought.
I know they're
It's
paying
how
you,
he
bro.
fought
Who has
in
he
the
fought?
fights. It's how he fought in the fights.
Who has he
It ain't
fought?
about the opponent.
Okay.
It's
Well,
about the
let's
person
talk about
who
it.
was in the
Let's
ring.
talk about a brim. Let's talk about a brim.
Sure, talk about it.
Hold on, my nigga insane. Let me talk about a brim. In the fights, when he fought Jinkasaki, he was still getting tagged up. And if you could get tagged up by niggas who can't even fucking like, they throwing wild ass fucking haymakers, just throwing shit, and that's just landing. What's gonna happen when you're fighting an accurate puncher who's been doing this shit on the highest level for a very long time? What's gonna happen?
I'll tell you what's going to happen. What's going to happen is Brian Norman will not be fighting Devin Haney the same
He's
way
gonna
he
get
fought
defense
Jensen.
out of nowhere.
You
Where's
ask me a
defense at?
question, you're going to let me answer the
Where's
question, or you're going to
defense?
interrupt me 5 words in.
Okay,
Which
go
one you
ahead,
going to do?
go
Which
ahead.
one you want to do, dog?
What's the defense looking like?
Mr. One at a time. The
Go
fuck?
ahead,
Thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, man. Shit. He is not going to fight Devin Haney the same way he fought Jen Sasaki. He fought Jen Sasaki that way because he was willing to take a shot to bait him in to be to land his. And as you can clearly see, when he landed his, he did more damage. He was willing to take the shot because his punches didn't affect him. So again, when you're going into this Devin Haney fight, looking at what he did with Jen Sasaki doesn't necessarily apply because he's not going to have the same tactics. That's why I don't talk about the Jen Sasaki fight. You do. I don't. And
That
I
was
don't
his
know why
most
we make
recent fight.
that.
Everybody talks about Ramirez and fucking Ryan Garcia
Well,
fight.
the
Why can't talk about
the
this
reason
fight?
why, because those things can have has an ill effect. When you take punishment in a boxing match, it can have an ill effect on you as a boxer. Look at Tim Tszyu. With one fight with Tim
And
Tszyu,
that goes to
and with a
what I've
head
been
clash,
saying on
and it
Twitter.
completely changed who he
You
was as a
guys
fighter,
are
and then got
banking.
his ass beat by Bachram, and he was never the same because
Y'all
boxing is a mental
banking.
sport. You're shaking your head, but boxing is mental. I've asked over 15 boxers how the mental aspect of the sport of boxing, how much does it weigh? Some have told me 90%. The lowest they ever told me was 70. And that's why I'm telling you, the mental aspect, Devin Haney has an opportunity to show all of us that mental aspect for him is 100%.
Bro,
It's in
That's
question.
like
And if
saying
you
you
don't think
can't
it's in
lose
question,
a fight.
y'all capping your
That's like
hoes.
saying
It's in question. Mental,
we hoes.
hold on, chill.
Devin Haney's
That's what
mental
I
is in question, son. It's in
hold on. This is why I said you need to take your blood pressure medicine because you tweak it.
no, I'm not done.
People
If
are
Devin get
chilling.
cracked,
They just
what
got off of
happens?
work.
Is he gonna respond like
They
a G,
smoking,
or is he
listening to
gonna
the show.
fold?
You gotta chill, bro.
No, I ain't
Chill.
chilling. I'm
You gotta
asking you a
chill.
question. If he get cracked,
Please.
is he gonna fold or is he gonna stand on his 10 toes? Yes or no?
Right. This nigga talking like
Ask
this nigga
Ramirez
Clubber
because
Lang and
Ramirez
nothing.
hit
This
him too.
nigga,
Ramirez
bro,
cracked
this
him.
nigga
I've been
is,
in pain.
bro, he's B Normal Junior. That's what the fuck he is,
That
bro.
sound good. Be
B
normal,
Normal
yeah.
Junior, nigga.
Yo,
That's what the
somebody
fuck
send this
he
man
is.
some super chats, bro. Send him some super chats with his cappy on.
Nah. Fuck the super chat. Hit up
Artmanapparel.com. Everybody get
artmanapparel.com.
ready on the
Best boxing
22nd.
merch.
You're gonna get your special
Artman.
Brian Norman hoodie standing over Devin Haney.
Never.
They gonna start going in. I'm gonna send him the design. He gonna make him for me, and
Never.
I'm paying double to support a black business. You heard?
But you didn't say anything, bro. You're acting like you can't lose a fight, homie, and come right back. You know how many niggas out here that lost fighting and was confident in their next one? Secret, do you know who the old boxers is? Oscar De La Hoya, Brian Hopkins, Roy Jones Jr. All those dudes lost fights. What are you talking about? Look at my boy work the mitts. Look at the champ. So what you're telling me?
Devin's not a donut. Don't glaze.
Brim, hold on, Brim. You're telling me a fighter can't lose a fight and come back even stronger?
I didn't say that.
Miguel Cotto?
I didn't say that.
Manny Pacquiao?
I didn't say that.
D Norman's ass, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Why does that distinctive just to Devin Haney?
Huh? Nothing in what I said that Devin Haney was done for after he loses
Look
his
how
fight.
he hit the bag.
Y'all just saying the fighter can't get back and get on his feet.
Bro,
I mean, cool. I hope he get back and get on his feet and continue to be great. But on November the 22nd, and still,
we both can't talk. We both can't talk.
I know.
You clearly said Devin had something mental going on when Devin Haney took a hit because he just took a beating. You act like a person can't take a beating and come back and win their next fight, bro, and be better than they was in their last fight. What are we talking about here, Brim? Now you're not being realistic.
I'm not. So,
no, you're
so
not.
Let me ask you a question. So you telling me the 3-step back, the straight line 3-step back up by Devin Haney it was a good thing in the Ramirez fight to make you feel absolutely 1,000% confident? The straight line backing up, the straight line backing up, that was good? You thought that was really great for him going forward? You thought that was good?
Is it my turn now? Okay, cool. Now, what makes you designate that to Devin Haney? That he can't come back from a fight where he was beaten to come back even better in the next one. And then I'll get to that 3-step drop.
First of all, the next one is the fight after that, which is the one we were talking about now.
So 12-0 somebody. So what makes you think that distinctive goes to Devin Haney? Like his mental ain't together. What makes you think that?
I didn't say his mental ain't together. I just said that it's in question because if he get cracked, he was risk averse in that fight versus somebody he didn't need to be risk averse with because he could have put the pause on that boy. He didn't put pause on him like I expect Devin Haney to, and that's the reason why it's possibly in question. Because if he get cracked, then what?
Can I go? No one gives a fuck how you feel or how somebody else should fight. Take that shit to Brian Norman camp.
Why the fuck you have Shane Mosley training a completely different way then, huh? It riddle me that. Why would you completely deviate from how you was training? You can't give me a legit answer to that shit. You gonna give me some bullshit cavalry about Devin Haney's magical ways.
You don't like when he interrupts you, but you interrupt me. Why are you doing that? Let's have a conversation.
After you. My apologies, sir.
Now, the man just 12-0 the guy the way that he wanted to fight. It's not the way that Brim wanted a guy to fight. They went in there because if you sit in front of Ramirez can knock you out. Pay attention to who your opponent is. You don't know nothing about Ramirez, bro, because you didn't do your homework. So you felt like he should have stood and traded with that man. That man can knock Devin out, bro, if Devin just stood there in the pocket like Brian Norman opponent standing in the pocket. Now it's your turn, sir.
Ramirez is slow as shit at this point, bro. Devin Haney had multiple opportunities to unleash combinations on Ramirez, and he didn't. He was pot shotting one at a time. He didn't use the combination that he has done in his past fights. Devin Haney is not the type of fighter that he was against Ramirez, and you can't tell me otherwise, and you know it's the truth. Devin Haney engages, he's in the circle, and he's not a running type of fighter. So the fact that you're gonna sit here and try to pretend like how he fought Ramirez is like how he's fought in the past, stop the cap. Stop the cap.
For you to sit here and say that Ramirez is slow is crazy and insanity. Ramirez is a two-division world
Former.
I did not say a word when you were talking.
Former. I gotta correct you.
Brother, can we speak? Can we have a conversation? Thank you very much. So now what I was saying is Ramirez was a 2-division world champion. If you stand in front of Ramirez, whether you believe Ramirez is slow or not, Devin Haney was just faster. Ramirez can knock you out. If you stand in front of a person, whether they be slow, fast, or medium, they can knock you out. So why are you looking past who Ramirez was? Don't be a casual and listen to what everybody else said. Go do your homework on Jose Ramirez. And then you judge. Devin Haney 12-0 that dude. There was nothing better he can do. There's nothing above 100, bro. You can only get 100 on the test. He 12-0'd him. What more do you want?
How did Ramirez look against Barbosa in his last fight?
I don't give a fuck.
I know
Devin
you don't
Haney
give a fuck
sent him
because
to the
you don't care
hospital.
about what the truth is about to come out. Because
No, because I didn't watch that fight.
y'all love to talk about Quentin Randall, but
I
in
did
that
not
fight
watch that
against Quentin
fight.
Randall, Brian Norman won 10 out of the 12 rounds. But y'all talk about bad he struggled against Quentin Randall, but now you want to use this 12-0 shit for Devin Haney against Ramirez, and now I want to point out his deficiencies. Brian Norman had deficiencies in the Quentin Randall fight, and I had no problem talking to Brian Norman Sr. about it at the same day the fight happened. Bro, he was smothering his work. He didn't create space to do that, and such and so forth. Having honest conversations, right? Being objective, right? But he won 10 of the fucking rounds. But y'all sit here and throw this 12-0 as a fucking bridge to protect yourself over and for not holding Devin accountable for his skill set and what he's able to do in regards to this fight, what was different from what he did in the past. That's why
Okay,
y'all be
my
on
turn.
that bullshit.
Is it my turn? Okay, now anyway, I didn't watch the Jose Ramirez Barbosa fight, so I can't answer that question. But I did watch the Jin Sasaki fight with Brian Norman, bro, and I seen all his flaws in that fight. No foot movement, no defense. He's very, very twitchy, bro. He reacts to anything. A simple feint can knock Brian Norman out. Brian Norman likes that jump hook jab. Boom, the jump hook. A feint, if you feint Brian Norman and he does that, that's going to leave himself susceptible for a left hand or a right down the pipe, as you've seen him go to the ground already. Brian Norman has zero footwork. What is Brian Norman going to do? Did you teach him how to keep his head off of somebody's chest? Because that 3-step drop back, a fuck around and turn into a 2-step drop back and an uppercut, but that motherfucker trying to lean in and put his head in. He's susceptible.
Hey,
he's susceptible to getting
that pull counter it's gonna fuck Brian Norman.
I ain't even bring that up yet. But the two-step.
This is all shit that comes with experience. But Brim don't know that. He just think he's banking off a nigga just being black and strong.
Okay.
More cat by Artman. And I wanted to respond to what you said.
You just banking on a nigga being black and strong. That's what it is, nigga. Just say that.
Let me
hear what you said. You want to say? I'll finish what you're saying.
That 3-step drop back can turn into a 2-step drop back when Brian Norman dip his head and he can get caught with uppercut and be laid the fuck out completely.
Cool. Let me ask you a question.
Devin Haney can outthink him in this boxing match. Your turn. Go ahead, brother.
Let me ask you a question. How confident are you with infighting with Devin Haney and Brian Norman? How confident you and Devin Haney being able to break clinches and be able to engage in infighting? How do you feel about that?
I'm super confident after the 5th round. I'm super confident.
You're not answering the question, Armin. That's why I don't even want to ask your goofy ass the question. You're going to talk about after the 5th round. You didn't answer. You ain't going to answer the question. You're going to do some fucking deflecting.
Why you got to insult me, Brim? Why you so upset?
Sorry, the truth hurts.
The answer to that question is this, brother. How the fight is gonna go, Devin Haney's gonna start outboxing him first, and then Devin Haney's gonna come in after the 5th round, where Devin Haney's gonna knock him out the 6th or the 7th round. When it comes to the infighting, I think Devin Haney is better skilled than Brian Norman is. So I think Devin Haney's defense can allow him to fight in the inside. But Devin Haney, if Brian Norman wants to be aggressive and fight on the inside, Devin Haney's gonna turn him. Devin Haney's gonna use angles. You ever heard about a comparable fighter? That means you're getting turned and spent. This is not Brian Norman's fight. Brian Norman's not going to dictate this fight. Devin Haney is. But am I confident with Devin Haney fighting him on the inside? Yes, I am, but it won't last that long because Devin's going to get in there, get his in, and get out.
Also, he got to worry about nothing in return, right? Nothing in return. Oh, that's cool. And also, the other fighter that Devin Haney's fighting, he actually knows how to pivot and turn and create angles, and he does it really well on the inside, especially with the head movement, with the off paw. The way he utilizes his head movement on the inside to create certain angles to get his shots off. He does a good job on the inside. But you see the things you make in that face, and that lets me know you don't even know what's coming. That's why on November 22nd it's end still.
I know what's coming. So this is my thing is Brian Norman keeps his head on the line. Now what you got to understand is this: Devin Haney can throw a punch and move his feet at the same time. Devin can punch and move at the same time. Brian Norman don't have that ability. Brian Norman's going to be spent so many times, but he's going to lose consciousness when Devin Haney finally knock him out. And let's talk about that pull counter. That pull counter and Devin Haney being faster and very elusive is going to hurt Brian Norman because he's never been in the ring with somebody that fast or that skilled. Like I told you, it's going to take IQ. Brian Norman's going to have to inherit Floyd Mayweather's IQ overnight to even stand to last 12 rounds with Devin Haney.
Yeah.
There's no cap. You asking me questions and I'm articulating them. And
I'm telling you what's cap. I'm telling you, it's cap clearly.
Okay, you feel like that, but tell me where I'm wrong at, because
I'll
Brian
tell you
Norman
where
does
you're
not
wrong
show a
at
high
first and
IQ
foremost.
in boxing.
Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna tell you where you cap at is last time Devin Haney knocked out anybody. It was the first presidency of Donald Trump. It was his first term, dog. That's the last time Devin Haney knocked somebody out. So this Devin Haney stopping shit, y'all need to stop this shit. Like, spare me the details, homie. And Brian Norman has been hit by
Hey, but
harder punches.
hold on, Brim. You know how niggas come with that petty ass little low hanging fruit ass joke. You know,
You always come with low hanging fruit ass jokes all the time. Then you live off of low
you know
hanging
what
fruit
knockouts come
jokes.
out. If Devin Haney was fighting them fucking top ranked tomato cans that fucking
Yeah,
Brian
here we
Norman
go
was
with top
fighting,
rank.
he'll get
Bro,
the
he became
same knockout,
undisputed at top rank.
bro.
Shut up, we're talking about top rank tomatoes.
You could put any boxer in there with them fucking top
He
ranked tomato
became
cans,
undisputed at
nigga,
top rank.
and
Shut
they'll
up.
knock them niggas out.
He became undisputed at top rank. Shut up.
Nigga, he ain't no fucking
He became
lifer at top.
undisputed at top rank. Shut up. Stop talking
He
about
ain't
top
no
rank. Shut
fucking
up.
lifer at top rank like B Norman, fucking Bree Norman.
He
Them
became
niggas
undisputed at
lifers.
top rank. Shut up.
He might as well get that shit tatted on
He
him,
became
nigga.
undisputed at top
Talking
rank.
about
Shut
I'm
up.
forced to sign the fucking deal. I'm
He
forced to
became
sign the deal.
undisputed
You
at
see
top
this
rank. Shut up.
deflection? It's all deflection. It's
He became
deflection.
undisputed at top
Deflection.
rank. Shut up.
Deflection. No, nigga, it's not. No, nigga. He became undisputed and left. He ain't signed like
He called top rank
not like
cans
the
all
man
while
Norman.
Devin Haney became
Yeah.
undisputed at top rank. Shut up.
Yeah, he said, yeah, you gonna tell me, yeah, that nigga like, yeah. He talking about niggas is goofy. You over here fucking trying to shout over a nigga. Let's be real.
You goofy.
Nah, you goofy, nigga.
Nah, you goofy, man.
Nah, you
Cap
goofy.
season is in full effect
You
for
fucking
Ardman. Yo,
Make-A-Wish.
I can't wait till I have
Make-A-Wish
you
ass fucking
make my
adult,
sweater,
nigga.
bro. I needed to be dope,
They
man.
let you in the
I really
camp.
want to pay double,
They
man.
let you in the fucking camp. Now you take a
They
picture
didn't
with
let
this
me
nigga
into
shirtless.
anything. They didn't let me into
Oh yeah,
anything.
you my
I
guys,
said,
man. They don't know you, nigga.
shout
They
out to
don't
my
fuck with
brother
you,
Mark
bro.
Nash. He said, yo, you got to pull up to the gym. You know, I'm gonna definitely make sure I'm gonna pull up before I go visit my dudes. You know,
Nigga,
I'll
Brim
make sure
want
I
to be a
pull up.
towel boy,
You
nigga.
know what I mean?
You too old to be a fucking towel boy, nigga.
I ain't a towel boy, ain't nothing. I'm just a supporter. I just rock with the real.
Fucking grown
That's
ass
it.
nigga.
You up here making see that's why I be talking about them little cute phrases
Right,
and
nigga.
statements. I want to see your face after the fight,
You
after
only
all them
fucking
little
towel
goofy
boy,
ass
fucking
statements you
Medicare,
making.
nigga. Shut up.
Listen, you the one that got the pom poms for little baby Bill, little Bill Haney.
Can you
Mr.
be
Don't
honest?
answer question,
Can you
Mr.
be
Deflect.
honest,
You a
Brim?
baby Bill Haney. You
Hold
went to
on,
his class or something?
Brim. Hold on, Brim. Can you be
Nigga, the
honest
only
that?
fucking towel boy AARP, nigga. Shut up.
Yeah, I hear you over there with Bill
Hey, Brim,
Haney
can
in
you be
Oakland,
Brim? Can you
shining his
be honest?
shoes.
Brim, can you be honest, bro? The only
No,
way
can you?
Brian Norman can knock anybody out if they stand in front of him and they're flat-footed. Can you be honest about that at least?
That is yet to be proven, sir.
My God, go through his fights. You mean you said you
Yeah,
were
well, he's about to
fanning
fight Devin
the guys
Haney,
that
so
he knocked out? Hold on, listen to
he
me.
about to fight Devin Haney. We finna get an answer. This
Okay,
to be
hold on.
determined.
You're right. But we're gonna talk about the fights he had. Only
You can
guys he
talk
knocked.
about him. Go ahead.
Only guys he knocked out was flat-footed Mexican guys, bro. Brian Norman is not what you think he is, brother.
I
He
know
has
exactly
no
who Brian Norman
IQ.
is.
He has no footwork, bro. And he does the
Yep.
same thing repetitively, bro. He can be stopped and outthunk in this fight by Devin Haney, bro. Devin Haney's been in the ring with the likes of Lomachenko, bro. The
Which
likes
most
of
people thought
Jojo
he lost.
Diaz, the likes of fucking Jose
Jojo Diaz
Ramirez, the
washed.
likes of Ryan Garcia, bro. He has been in these
Ryan
rings and
Garcia is a bum compared to Brian Norman.
you're
Fuck what you
fucking
talking
crazy.
about.
Ryan Garcia is a
Ryan
million
Garcia is
times
a
better than
bum
that
compared to
bum.
Brian Norman as a professional fighter.
Ryan
Brian Norman
Garcia
is a
is way better.
dedicated person who respects his
Ryan
craft.
Garcia is
Devin Haney
better
is
than Ryan Garcia is
listen,
better.
Brian Garcia got talent with no motherfucking dedication. He's a bum. Fuck what you
Bro,
talking about.
he's better than Brian Norman. But let's
No, the
talk right
fuck
back
he's
about
not.
Brian
No,
Norman.
the fuck
Let's
he's
talk
not.
about.
That's why y'all goofy disrespecting the sport. He's not better. He ain't
Okay, cool.
dedicated. Fuck out of here.
Okay, cool. Let's move on from that. So let's talk about the coaching, bro. Brian Norman has no coach.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Corner. He has no one in this corner with the experience, bro, and the IQ to coach him to be the Devin Haney because he's never been in that situation before. Bill Haney has. Let's talk about it, nigga. Since we talking and niggas like to make clips.
Yeah, he never had to be in a hostile situation fighting in front of 16,000 fans of a different fighter as the fighter being propagated to be the next champion. Yeah, he never went through that. Yeah, you're right.
I said this, brother. He's never been in the ring.
Fuck out of here.
He's never been in the ring with the likes of somebody, the skills of Devin Haney, bro.
And Devin Haney ain't never been in the ring with the likes of a Brian Norman.
We
No,
have
he is not. He's not been in the ring with the likes of a Brian Norman. A young in the beginning of his prime black fighter with speed and power and other skill sets. He's never been in the ring with a fighter like that. You can cap like Devin Haney ass. He hasn't. And you can cap all you want. Lie about it if you want to. When has he fought a strong 25-year-old welterweight? He's never done that. It's his first fight at welterweight. Fuck y'all talking about.
First of all,
Black
this is
niggas
not his
get
first
beat
fight
up
at
too, nigga,
welterweight.
by other black niggas. What you talking about, bro?
First of all, this is not his first fight at welterweight. Anytime you fight over 140, if you fight at 141, 142, you're fighting at welterweight. 147 is the cap. You can't go over.
Yeah,
So
that's
141.
technical.
So
Yeah,
he's been there for 2 fights already. He's been there for
man,
2.
143 don't count, homie.
Okay, let's move past that though, bro.
Oh, you want to move past that, but you don't want to move past the other goofy shit y'all be on. No,
I
we ain't
just
moving
said a
past that.
fact,
This is
brother.
first
I just
real
said a
fight at
fact, brother.
147. His
I'm
first
about to.
real fight at 147.
Have you
All the
ever
others
heard?
is catch weight. Technical.
Have you ever heard of something called doghouse rules, bro?
Yep.
That prepares you mentally and it prepares your body for it, bro. You know how to act when you're in the ring with somebody that wants to fight doghouse rules. Brian Norman won't have the wind to keep up with something like that.
That
That's
sounds good.
brutality at its best.
That
He's been
sounds
in there with
good,
the
Devin Haney.
best.
Don't bring me these doghouse rules from 2000 and 2017 when Devin's on the come out. We're in 2025, bro.
And he's still in the
He got
doghouse. He's
his
still doing the
makeup as
same
a
training
fighter.
with the
Yeah,
same
he
people.
gonna be in the doghouse after the fight. How about that?
Fine. I know you're saying that because they're paying you, but let's get back to the fight.
They ain't paying me shit.
What is Brian Norman gonna
Of
do to
course
keep
they
up with
not
Devin
paying you
Haney's
shit,
footwork?
nigga. You the towel boy, nigga. You doing this shit
I ain't
off
the
the
cowboy.
wall.
That
I
nigga
don't need
hold
to
the
get paid
spit
to
bucket.
support somebody. It's supposed
That
to go
nigga
the other
hold the
way around.
spit
When you
bucket.
support somebody, you were willing to put money into them. So stop being goofy with your little LA hat like you a real Dodger fan. You fucking fugazi bastard.
Oh, shout out to the Dodgers, baby.
Yeah, shout out to the
Shout out to
Dodgers.
the Dodgers, baby. Yeah. Shout out to the Dodgers. Let's go. Yeah. Anyway, that's what I was saying though, Brim. What is Brian Norman gonna do when he can't keep up with Devin Haney's footwork?
He's going to be able to.
So how is he gonna cut off the ring on Devin Haney? Explain, because I haven't seen him do it. On who? And give me an example of who he done it with.
It'll be an example presented to you on November the 22nd
Why you
versus
can't give me a
Devin Haney.
past example?
Because I
Why you
don't
can't
want
give me a
to.
past
I
example?
want you to look at the one that's about to come.
Because you can't.
Because
Now,
I
anyway,
don't care to, because I'm not gonna go over the same bullshit topic with you over and over and over again. The fight is coming. We gonna get the answers. All this past shit don't mean nothing. When they go into this fight, they fighting each other, not them other
You
fighters
know
that
why?
fought in the
Because
past.
niggas is basing on hope. We gonna go to
I
that
ain't
fight,
based
and
on
I
no hope.
hope
I'm just
Brian
not gonna
Norman
go.
do the
I'm not
same.
just not going there with you goofy niggas. I'm not. I already know what time it is. I already know where this is gonna go. Why am I gonna waste my time?
How can he prepare himself for Devin Haney's speed and accuracy?
Why you act like Devin Haney's
Yes, he can. He
this
prepares.
fighter that's 8
Have
times
you
faster than
heard?
Brian Norman? Why do y'all talk like Devin Haney's?
Haven't you heard? He
Don't
sparred
talk
K
like
Jones.
Brian Norman runs a 8.5 and a 40 and Devin Haney runs
You
a
still
4.2.
didn't answer
What
the
the fuck are
question.
y'all on?
You're not answering the question. Answer the fucking question.
He's not. Devin Haney's not that faster than Brian Norman like that. That's why you capping. He's not faster. It's going to be about his timing is going to get him
How
away.
can
Not
he
about,
deal
oh, he's
with
so much
Bullshit.
faster than Brian
That is
Norman. He's not
bullshit,
so much
man.
faster than Brian Norman.
How
Y'all
can he
capping.
deal with Devin Haney's speed and accuracy?
By being able to time him and punch when he punches.
Okay, so that's your answer.
That's
For that?
that's one of the numerous ways. By timing him and punch when he punches. When he goes to throw his jab, you throw yours at the same time. You know why? Because your jab will do more damage than Devin's. Because when if they hit each other at the same time, your fighter's going to be in trouble, and mine
What
won't.
makes you think that? I don't know what makes you think that, but fine.
That's the thing. Niggas is going to the fight thinking one fighter can get hurt and the other can't.
Speed kills. Brim, speed kills, and Devin Haney's gonna outclass him with his speed and his
Bro,
experience.
don't use the chat statement to your points.
I'm not listening to no motherfucking chat. I'm saying what I'm saying. I'm not. Bro, I'm
You
making
use the
dead
chat
ass. I can't see.
statement to
I ain't
make
got my
your
glasses.
point. He just said that somebody in the
Nigga, I
chat
wear
just said that
glasses
you
big as
running with
Art
what
Man,
he's saying.
nigga.
Cut it
I
out.
can't even see
You
the chat.
insane.
I wear glasses as big as Art Man, fool, and you know I do. So stop playing
That's
games.
for you to see far away. You up close. You can see the
I can't
bullshit.
see, period, homie. I can't
You
see.
insane right now. You living up to your name right now.
Brim, are you from the South?
I'm originally from Little Rock, Arkansas.
Nigga, you just said you was in New York.
I live in Connecticut. I was born in Little Rock, Arkansas.
So you flew all the way out to Georgia to be a towel boy.
Okay, so now you're on your comedy shit. Now you got jokes. No, I flew down to go visit my mom who lives 2 hours and 15 minutes from Atlanta. In the process, I went and visited and supported the Normans. Then went and spent time with my family. No, he asked me a question. I'm answering it. No, bro, shut up. He asked me a question. I'm answering. Yes, I have to
I
tell
mean,
you to
the
shut up
moms ain't
because
got nothing to do
I
with
have
it.
to tell you to shut up because you heard what he said. He said I went there to be his towel boy. I'm explaining why I went there. So yes, you have to
Well,
be
you tell
quiet
your
right
dog
now.
and your bitch to shut up, bro. You talk to me
You
respectfully
have
like I
to be
talk to
quiet
you.
right now because you're talking dumb.
I
He
talk to
asked
you
me a question.
respectfully,
He
bro.
threw a little bullshit statement out, and I'm addressing it. And my mom happened to
Talk
be
to
part of
me
the topic of the
respectfully, bro, like I
conversation.
talk to
Because I
you.
went to go visit my mom, and
That's
in
a
the
good
process,
thing.
I went to go support the Normans, going to and then coming back.
Nigga, do they
No more,
support
no
you?
less.
Yeah.
Do they
Stop that
support
Shout,
you?
bullshit,
shout to the
Armin.
Normans.
Stop the
Shout to the
bullshit,
Normans.
Armin. You be on some
Shout-
bullshit.
I know
What are
I'm
you
fucking
gonna
with
do
you,
when
man.
Devin
Chill,
Haney
bro.
spins this
Damn,
guy? When
nigga.
Devin Haney keeps
Shit.
spinning him, what you gonna keep? What they gonna do with that? When Devin Haney making him keep resetting?
You
When
talking
Devin
about
Haney,
make them keep resetting?
yeah, when Devin makes
Don't
him reset,
reset. Don't reset.
how do you not gonna reset?
Allow him to get a punch off so you can land yours. Allow him to throw his shot. Allow him to do that. And stand your ground. Don't move with him. Stand your ground so you can be able to time him when he gets ready to throw his shot.
So you
Period.
want Brian Norman to stand still? That not he get
No,
knocked
no,
out
no.
in
You
4
stand
rounds.
still when you need to. When Devin
If
Haney's
Brian
trying to
Norman
do
stands in
something
front
like
of
that,
Devin Haney, he get knocked out in 4
you
rounds.
don't have to be reactive to Devin
Don't
Haney.
he?
You set the
No,
terms of engagement.
that's it.
Don't be
That's how you
reactive to
not a
Devin
Brian Norman
Haney.
fan, because
Hold,
that's what Brian.
hold on, real quick. Hold on, real quick, my brother, insane. Hold on, real quick. I got a question for my guy, Brim. Do you think Brian Norman can get hurt in this fight?
He can get stung. Hurt? No. Devin Haney can earn respect by having enough sting to make you respect it where you don't just run in. But hurt? Nah. He ain't gonna be the hurt him. No. Nope.
Okay.
He's not gonna be able to hurt him. You heard it here first. But you know what? I know Norman can hurt Haney though.
Your biasness, bro, is not cool for the sport of
You
boxing,
can't
bro.
tell me about bias. Devin
You're
Haney got
biased,
last
bro.
KO was in 2019. It ain't biased. Fuck out of here.
Let me tell you, bro, Devin Haney's
Hold
not
on.
weight
This
drained.
nigga got hurt. Hold on. But this nigga got hurt by niggas with just
He
amount
didn't
or
get hurt. He got
less
stunned and he got up.
KOs
But what did he do
less
when he got up?
KOs than
He started
Dev.
whooping his ass right after he got
Less
up, and dudes started
KOs.
fouling, and then they
Hold
stopped
on,
the fight.
Brim. See, this is what I'm talking about. Whenever I respond, Brim try to talk over me. Let me
You do the
respond,
same
Brim.
shit. Shut up.
Let me respond, Brim. This nigga Brian Norman got hurt by niggas with just amount or less KOs than Devin Haney. Y'all know that, right?
That's a fact.
Y'all know that, right? He
That's
hasn't
a
just
fact.
been hurt by fucking niggas who are just monster fucking punchers. And that's what I'm saying, man. Y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see fight night. Y'all gonna
Devin
see.
Haney won't be drained inside the
Yo,
round,
just
bro.
make sure
And
that you
that's
go
why.
live after the fight, dog.
Just know Devin ain't gonna be drained, bro. So
He
all
don't
that
need to
weight
be
brain
drained.
shit.
He gonna be drained when the fight's over with.
He gonna be fully what? He gonna be fully healthy, bro, and that's why he ain't knocked nobody out of. That's why he ain't knocked shit out because he's been drained. But you
Well,
see what he
that
did.
was his choice. Don't use that as a
See what
crutch to make it seem good
and
for Devin Haney. That's his
he
choice.
sent his last 5
He
opponents
was
to the
going him
hospital.
down because he wanted to be the bigger guy. He ain't the bigger guy no more.
Do you know how it is to break? You know how hard it is to break somebody's fucking ribs and send them to a hospital having pissing out blood? That's what Devin Haney does. But let's get back on the fight though. Since you think you cooking, weird man. Ask your questions. Ask your phony ass questions.
Phony ass questions. Interesting.
That's that cocaine kicking in. But that's that
First
coke.
of all, I
Nah,
don't
Go ahead though.
He good. He good.
never.
Go ahead though.
Never. You just
He ain't
making up.
on that.
You just like Artman
Where
right now.
is
You're
the
making up
question?
shit to see if it stick and it sounds
Where
good
is
and
the
they make people in
question?
the chat laugh, but ain't nothing
Where
real
is the
about what you're
No,
question?
talking about. What you talking about?
I'm
It's
not.
all
I'm
cat.
not accusing you of nothing,
Where
bro.
I
is the
don't care what you
question at?
accuse me because I know it's
I'm
all
not.
cap. You just talking the
Right.
talk at
Where
this
is the
point, which
question
y'all are
at?
very good at doing.
Where's the
Congratulations.
question at? I
I
hope
didn't have a
somebody
question
clipping
for you. I
this.
didn't say I had a question
I
for you.
bet you don't have no motherfucking questions. Let's talk about this fight though. What is your guys' keys to victory?
Hold on.
I'm gonna
Inside
tell
and
you one.
inside, bro, mid to
Let,
inside, Devin Haney is
hold on.
fool. Do you hear?
I don't know if y'all heard your man. I don't know if you heard your man Brian Norman. I want to speak on this, and I'm gonna pull up the audio too, because I don't want you to believe when I say this.
Mid to inside, Devin's fool.
They asked your man Brian Norman. So what are you gonna deal with when it comes to not go? You know, you haven't been 12 rounds before. You know, he did the little cliche. Oh well, they didn't make it 12 rounds with me. Okay, I accept that. I accept that. But then niggas ask now. Let's be real now. It could go 12 rounds. You don't have experience. What, are you sure that you can handle that? And he
What he's about
says,
to say.
well, he responds, well, I got experience in the gym sparring. What do you
Basically
think
saying,
about that? What do
you
you
know
think
what I think
about
about
that?
that? That means it's called preparation. He's worked so hard. He's consistently working and keeping himself in shape and doing what he needs to do that it didn't matter if it was a 15
Man,
round
if you
fight.
don't got the experience, you
He's a
don't got the
well-conditioned
experience,
athlete.
man.
He's a
If you don't
dedicated
got the
professional,
experience, you don't got the
well-conditioned
experience.
athlete,
Stop it,
Armin.
nigga.
He's not running around eating Chuck E. Cheese and drinking and smoking. He lives a clean life. He's a true fighter to the
How
core.
you know
He's
that?
dedicated
How
to
you
his
know
craft.
that? How you know that? You was there with him? You just said you was, hold on. This nigga just said he was visit. Now, you know you done fucked up now, Brim. You done fucked up. Because you said you just visit with your grandma. You went down there to visit with your grandma and you popped up.
Got my grandma.
Now you talking about you done seen him. He ain't smoke no tweez. He ain't
He
motherfucking drink no
doesn't smoke.
liquor.
He doesn't drink.
How you know that? You was with him?
Well, first and foremost, I talk to his dad all the time.
You don't know that. You
His
don't
dad
know
says,
that.
I never drink and smoke. He don't drink and smoke. And he tells you stories about how Brian Norman moved differently when he was as a youth. So
Seems to look like an
there's
alcoholic.
documented evidence of them telling the story of how Brian Norman became Brian Norman and who he is as an individual. If you choose to go against that and make up some bullshit narratives to cap, that you be my guest.
They
But I
selling
pay
you a
attention
dream,
and I
nigga.
listen and I know the history of Brian Norman. So what I'm telling you is based off what their experiences and how they have conveyed what Brian Norman's experience of becoming a professional boxer is.
They
If you
selling you
want
a
to go
dream,
against that
nigga.
cap, go for it and be my guest.
Hey,
You can
Armin,
do
can
it
I
for
get this
fun
off
for
real
your
fast?
enjoyment.
Let me get this off real fast. So this is what Brian Norman this the vibes of Brian Norman giving me. Not saying he even had these type of dudes power. It's giving me Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson. It's giving me Joseph Parker, Deontay Wilder. That's what it's giving me. Joseph Parker, Deontay Wilder, bro. Brian Norman will be outboxed and knocked out, bro. You haven't came up with nothing to tell me something different.
I
The
came up with
man
something, but
feet,
you don't
the
care
man
to
feet are
acknowledge.
cement. The man feet are cement.
No, they're not.
They're
They're not.
cement.
They're not.
The man has no
You're gonna
defense.
find out.
The power comes from him planting them fucking flat ass feet.
He doesn't have to plant his feet to get power on
Yes,
the
he
shot.
does. You
Yes,
haven't
he
watched his
does.
fights.
That's
You're
why I
No, he
said
lying.
you capping.
He
Brim,
You
doesn't.
are lying, bro.
You're gonna
Period. You're
find out.
lying.
I ain't
Brim be
lying.
capping. He be
Bro, the
capping
punch
this
the
film.
punch that put out Quavos was not a set shot. What are you
Bro,
talking about?
this man set up in his shots and they people stand in
No,
front of him,
setting up the
and that's
shot
when
and
he knocks
setting
people
on your
out.
feet is two different things. Setting up a shot and setting
Bro,
on your
he
feet to
planted
throw your
his
shot
feet.
is not the same thing. What
Bro,
are we doing here?
he shot that jab like a fucking straight. Like, it wasn't just a fucking jab. He shot that shit like a fucking straight and his feet was fucking planted. He's not gonna be able to do that against Dev. You plant them fucking feet, nigga. Dev gonna fucking pop your ass with a jab and hit you with that pull counter. But niggas gonna see.
You know what you need to see? You better pray that there don't be no infighting. Because if it goes to infighting, Devin Haney ain't gonna be able to clinch his way out of this. He can't jab and grab Norman like he does Cambosis. Because Norman will KO his ass because Norman knows how to fight under infighting way better than Devin Haney. Brian Norman is a better infighter than Devin Haney. Bottom line, that is a fact. It's not to be debated. Devin Haney is not a better inside fighter than Brian Norman Jr. So
Full counter, just like Floyd's.
Devin Haney is a much worse
You see?
infighter than Brian Norman. Brian Norman is the better
Brim,
infighter than him.
Brim, you learn that
If
type
the
of
fight
shit.
is engaged
You
on the
learn that.
inside,
Hold
if
on,
the fight
Brim.
is no, oh,
Hold on, Brim. You learn that type of shit. You learn that type of shit with experience. You know what I'm saying? That pull counter like that. Your man, Brian Norman Sr., Jr., this is new to him. It's all new to that man. And you gonna see it. You definitely gonna see it. I'm low-key starting to feel bad for the young dude because they definitely put him out there for the Wolves, man. And I know them top rank execs probably watching it because they don't got no ESPN job right now, so they probably at the crib on YouTube.
They're
So,
trying to get,
you know what I'm saying? So
they're
listen
trying
to
to
this
get
top
rid.
ranked execs.
They're trying to get
Check this
they're
out,
trying
y'all.
to get rid of too many fighters, bro, because they don't got
I
nowhere to
see the
place
play. This y'all got this nigga out here just fighting Dev because niggas is hungry right now. 30% of 3 million? Shit, they niggas need that. Niggas need that.
Hold on, Art. I got some breaking news. Can I get a breaking news?
Yeah, let it off.
Man, Art Man got the best apparel in the game, man. Go to artman.com, man. Best apparel in the game, man. Best
Straight
apparel
up.
in the game.
They setting his ass up. And Top Rank, bro, this is a win-win for Top Rank because you go in there, hopefully you win, but we really know that you're going to lose. But who cares because you're a WBO champion and you signed a contract which comes with an automatic extension. So win, lose, or draw, you're coming back to us. And then on top of that, we're getting 30% or probably more of what you're getting out of that 3 million from Turkey. So they like, cool, nigga, but they're throwing you out to the fucking wolves. Top Rank knows Devin Haney, bro. Like your man Brent came on here. Oh, Top Rank knows Dev. Nigga, they know Dev. Dev has a history of going to Top Rank and beating them niggas and leaving the company with the fucking belt. So what do you think is gonna happen about this nigga? What do you think is gonna happen with this nigga Brian Norman? They already thinking, man, damn well, if this nigga loses his belt, at least he's still with us. He's still fucking with us.
Shout out to the bros. Stay dangerous in the building.
Shout out to they feeding that nigga to the fucking wolves, bro. And this the funny thing is, bro, insane. I've been saying that shit before Dev said that shit on fucking that podcast. That if Top Rank had a home, Brian Norman would not be fighting Devin.
That's
Not at all. Not at all.
That's a fact.
Because that's the worst style for y'all talking about. That's the worst style for Dev, nigga. No, that's the worst style for fucking Brian Norman, nigga. Did you see what fucking Boy Chinka and Randall was able to do to him? Just doing just the basic 1-2 down the middle, like just basic shit, and just keeping the distance, maintaining distance.
I got a question for you, Art, man.
Go ahead.
Something just hit my brain, man. Brian Norman Sr. and this dude Brim's been running around saying this man been walking around with 2 broken hands. But don't you get a physical exam before every fucking fight? They're not gonna fight with anything broken in your body, correct? Because the doctor has to clear you. Am I right about that?
Unless they just faking the funk and saying they can make it. Some people can pass. The physicals don't really be legit every time, but
broken hands, hands are broken. That's insane. I think it was capped the whole fucking time to say he was fighting this man. I understand if you was in a fight and you broke your hand, but going into a fight with 2 broken hands, come on now, that doesn't make sense, bro. It don't make sense to me. I think it's bullshit.
Man, them niggas already complain about drug testing. We could have went. I thought the drug testing arguments ended months ago. Why niggas bringing up drug testing again? What y'all bringing up it again for? Dev ain't worried about it. Why y'all worried?
We actually still seeing if he can get that drug test from China. Well, when he fought Jinsaki, we trying to get that drug test, that paperwork right there. But I guess B. Norman Sr. ain't gonna do that.
They said Jinkasaki on drug. He was on peds. Well, I'm like, if Jinkasaki was on peds, what would y'all on? Did y'all take anything too? Because
facts.
Where was the drug testing for that fight? Y'all had any drug testing?
Facts. So Norman gave Junior some drugs because he thought he was on there. Hey, Art, this Lego game about to start. I'm gonna get back at y'all.
I ain't gonna accuse him of that. But my thing is, I'm gonna just say this. I don't want to hear no excuses that they was drawing too much blood from me, so I was struggling in the camp. I don't want to hear that.
All right, peace. All right, let me get back at you. Let me get at the Slacker game.
Okay.
All right.
But yeah, niggas already crying about drug testing and shit. Oh, niggas made me take a drug test 9 times. Nigga, they about to make your ass take a drug test 10 more times. Nigga, fuck you talking about? Said reaching hard as hell. See, I can only speak for Artman and Artman Apparel. Insane can have his own opinions. He can only speak for himself. I can only speak for Artman and ArtmanApparel.com. But my thing is, look, with this Brian Norman Devin Haney fight, I feel like a lot of Brian Norman fans are just picking off a hope. They're not picking off a skill, because when you talk about skill, you got to talk about, well, when this guy Brian Norman was just fighting guys like Jinkasaki, he was getting caught with just dumb shit, just a left hand, left hooks. You know the shit that they said Dev get caught with? Brian Norman seems to get caught with a lot of left hooks. And I've actually seen the footage of left hooks hurting Brian Norman. But, they're just going to say, well, these guys are just monster punchers and Devin ain't cracking eggs, so Brian Norman should be safe. You see the type of logic that they have? The logic is, well, Dev's just never going to be able to hurt Brian Norman. Brian Norman's going to be invincible in this fucking fight. He can't get hurt. He could just get outpointed. He can't get hurt at all. He can't feel Devin's punches. It's not going to affect him physically, mentally. That's what they're telling us. And we're just supposed to believe that shit. Niggas who've been watching boxing for a long time. Watch. I wouldn't be surprised if Devin sit this nigga down. I wouldn't be surprised if Dev put this nigga on his ass. Says a fight, of course. Said that's common sense. No, you heard the man. You heard him. You heard the dude, Brim. He said Dev is not really a threat physically because he's not going to be able to hurt Brian Norman. Brian Norman is just going to be able to, absorb all of Devin's punches damn near. You see that type of thinking? What type of thinking is that? And they want to say we fanboys. We fanboys for thinking, maybe I'm not gonna go into the fight thinking only one fighter can get hurt. I've seen this guy Brian Norman get hurt by niggas who don't have more power, more KOs than Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? Said Norman is the man of steel. Let them tell it. Let them tell it. Norman is fucking 89 Mike Tyson, prime Triple G. He could take a punch. Said when he gets dropped, they're gonna say it was the weight cut. That's why, bro. That's why Brian Norman Sr. got so mad. Niggas could say, "Oh, Art, man, you tweaking." That's why Brian Norman Sr. got so mad. He got extremely mad because he knew what I was saying wasn't cap. Making weight. Niggas talking about, oh, well, it's just about, he can make weight, he can make weight. No, it's not just about making the weight. It's about performing at the highest level, bro, at this weight. It's about performing at the highest level at this rate, at this weight. Say you struck it. That's what I'm saying, nigga. And guys like Brim, they want to say, "Oh, Art Man just doing all the theatrics and all this shit." No, nigga, y'all fall in love with fucking Senior's theatrics, nigga. Him saying, "Oh, Art Man's a pussy and he's a boxer, he's a man fan and all that shit." Nigga, that shit don't move me, nigga. That shit don't move me, nigga. Let's talk about the real. You see, when I start talking about the weight cut, niggas want to get all mad in their feelings, want to start insulting. That's how you know you got a nigga when they start getting all personal. Oh, fuck that nigga. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? How dare you? Yeah, nigga, you know what the fuck is up. He know what the fuck is up. That weight cut. It's that weight cut. He gonna see. Well, I think I'll be more comfortable fighting at 154. I feel a lot stronger. I haven't been feeling as strong as I was. Yeah, you can get a knockout on a nigga like Jin Kasaki. Nigga, he catches punches with his fucking teeth. But now you're about to fight a nigga who's gonna be boxing with you. He's gonna be sticking and moving. He's gonna be fucking jabbing. He's gonna hit you with right hands. Every time you're gonna try to hit him with a fucking crazy punch, he's gonna pull you in. He's gonna tie you in. He's gonna fight you off the clinch. He's gonna frustrate you. You're gonna be throwing punches. You're gonna be missing. That gas tank's gonna be going down, 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 just down. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be able to land them fucking flat-footed power shots, nigga. Definitely. He gonna be fucking 2 feet, 3 feet away from them fucking punches, nigga. You gonna be hitting the fucking air, bro. And niggas gonna be like, well, man, this fight boring as shit. Dev really just, Dev would, Dev, it's gonna be Dev fault why Brian Norman couldn't do shit. It's gonna be a thorough ass outclassing. And niggas shouldn't be mad at it. Niggas shouldn't be mad at it. Bro, and here's the thing, niggas is like, oh, Art Man not objective. I'm objective because I'm saying Brian Norman got a good 4 or 5 rounds. 4 or 5 rounds to get the job done. Or that boy gonna drown. Like the brother Greg Hackett said, niggas in the pool, when you in that pool And you think you super confident because you at 3 feet, and you work your way down 4 feet, 5 feet, 6 feet, 7 feet, 8. Now you like, whoa, this shit getting. I'm low key drowning in this motherfucker. I ain't never been this deep before. Brian ain't never been that deep before, man. I wouldn't be surprised. We gonna look like Yard versus Kovalev. Man, gonna fall out, get dropped by a jab, and not get up after that shit. So they're not satisfied unless you hate Dev like them. That's what I'm saying. It's more of like, why don't you hate Dev the way I do? That's what it's like. But we 20 days away, and we gonna keep on cooking. But tomorrow, I'm about to get up out of here. But tomorrow, they're doing the little like a little. I don't know if it's doing a video call or some type of press conference with Dev and Brian Norman. So I can't wait to hear that shit. Brian Norman gonna be on there talk about some, yeah, man, I'm just gonna knock you out, man. Cause that's all niggas can say, man. Niggas can't come with no, I'm gonna outclass you, or I'm a, you gonna see I'm a superior boxer. It's more of, I'm gonna just try to knock you out. Hopefully I do it. But anyways, man, artmanapparel.com, best boxing merch in the game. artmanapparel.com, best boxing merch in the game.